There we are. After some clicking around, we got it.
We here.
What up? What up? What up? What's up, everybody? What's going
Yo,
on? Oh man, is today Wednesday? Happy Wednesday. What's up, everybody?
Hmm.
it is Wednesday.
Appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Look, we all had to get together to do this because Logic's hit me up the night that this debate went on, and he sent me the thumbnail, and he was like, "Bro, I've never been so excited." And I was like, "Why are these two even talking?" But man, we just wanted to get on here and talk about what happened because it was so ridiculous. But before we even get into it, just some quick introductions. Jew, I'll start with you.
I gotta introduce myself, Jew Almighty. What's going on, people? Here to talk shit. You know,
Logics.
What up? Most of y'all may already know. Logic's
Yeah.
here. Logic's on YouTube. You already know what I'm about.
And last but certainly not least, Random
Uh,
University.
This is Mike from Random U. So yeah, glad to be here. Hopefully I can add something to the conversation.
I don't know, bro. You always do. Like, you
Right.
literally always do.
Hey, I like what
But
TJ
look,
just said. He said the anti-trash panda society.
oh my gosh, bro.
Oh,
You just
shit.
gonna have shirts with a damn raccoon on it with
With
X'd out.
X'd out. Facts.
Yeah.
This
But
is giving me merch ideas, so I like it.
Oh, that's true.
but you know what's interesting? Like, for as bad, because you can tell by Stevie's content, like where he leans. I've never put him in the same categories like the Hodge twins, the Fresh and Fits. Like, I always kind of put him in more of a middle category, the same way that MTR is kind of in the middle category. But this, he went full right. I mean, like hard right, like ridiculous right. Like, he was crying over Charlie, like he knew that man.
Go ahead,
He's
Logic.
still crying over Charlie.
You know what? To me, honestly, though, bro, I don't even know if I put him in the right. I think it just exposed how much he doesn't believe in or took the time to figure out what he really believes. Like, to me, it was a lens into his thought process that he's never really sat and took a minute to understand why he thinks what he thinks. It seems like once he dabbled into the conservative talking points in that realm, and he probably got that reception, he was like, I gotta go with it. This is what's working. Because it was just so not thought out, everything he said, and I'm like, bruh. I start watching him because he fucked with Eminem, and I fuck with Eminem, and then I saw the politics talk, and I was like, bro, what's like? This is stupid. So yeah.
You know what? I agree with that, and I think that's where I was so confused at first. Because don't get me wrong, I watched like a couple of Stevie Knight videos, but kind of like what you said, Jew. I always put him like in the middle. Like, he was never full blown like fully on the right side of the political spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I can see that this is basically a grift, because how is it that you admit that you have a right wing bias, but you cannot be planted on any type of like viewpoint? Like, you literally do not have any opinions. Like, he was straddling the fence the entire time, and it was fucking driving me bananas. Like, I just don't understand.
You can't talk to somebody like
thoughts?
that.
Yes.
I was just
What are your
gonna
thoughts,
say, I
Randy?
think the worst version of that was when that abortion question came up. I was
Yes.
just like, I still get pro-abortion. He was like, I'm not pro-abortion. I mean, I guess I'm like, he didn't know what he literally didn't know what he was. And I was like, you are a grown man. You should know where you stand, at least with that one thing. And he just had no answers.
That was the biggest
It was
eye opener
weird.
for me. It was to like, bro, you probably like you're anti no. You're really pro-choice since you said you don't care and you're not like pro-life. If you're not pro-life, you're okay with people making that decisions. Whether or not you personally want to do it or not is separate. So when he couldn't admit that, I'm like, that's because you're pro-choice, but you don't want to tell your audience that. That's the only reason I can see why you would not admit to something like that.
Dog, I can never make that much money. Random, what do you think?
Well, I just think like when it comes to him being exposed in front of his audience, I think that's what happens when you get in live debates. You all of a sudden get called out on some of your actual beliefs. And for him, he could never stand on any of his real beliefs. Like if you listen to him talk, he's always leaning right, but he never wants to admit that he's actually a right-winged individual. All of his takes, even he was like being convinced of it as Abba was explaining it to him. Like basically, hey man, you are right-wing. Do you not understand this? He's just like, no, I don't stand for that. He kept trying to say like it was this we, but once he said it was we, he was like, no, that's they, that's them. I'm not part of that. But it's like, dude, all your thoughts and beliefs are exactly the same as theirs. Everything that you defend is the exact same as theirs. So you are that. It's okay. You just need to accept that you've been indoctrinated, and you just need to go ahead and just believe it. But he just doesn't want to accept that because I think he's still trying to hold on to what last bit of blackness that he has. So that's what happens to him. Like when you get stuck in that situation, you're like, I don't know. If they say I'm all the way right wing, I might not be black anymore. Like I know I have a white woman, and there's questions there, and people be like calling me out on shit. And I'm trying to defend my blackness again. It's just a lot of insecurities there when it comes to Stevie. That's what I feel when I watched it. I
Does
felt
he
like
really?
he got caught.
I did not know. I did not know he was with a white woman. Not that
Really?
matters, but
Dude, look at the cowboy hat tells you everything.
I didn't know you didn't know.
I don't trust. Dude, I'm from Nashville. Well, I'm actually from Middle Tennessee, but dude, I'm in Nashville. I'm telling you, you don't trust any brother that walks around with a cowboy hat on the regular. Not on the regular, at least. You can trust some. You can trust some. Some of them are good, common folks. They still remember their brotherhood, but the truth of the matter is, they're gone. They got a different perspective. They look at life through a completely whitewashed lens. It's a different area with some of these folks. Stevie, once he put the cowboy hat on, dude, he took the flat bill and threw it in the trash. He's been wearing this cowboy hat for weeks. I watch his platform. He abandoned the flat bill. He got rid of those hats. I'm just saying now he just rocks the cowboy hat and he ain't been the same since. The man just been sitting around just changing his opinions, going real hard on the cowboy here.
I'm fucking dead. Oh,
fucking
shit.
funny. I really would not have known, and I think Random is right because I remember when I was trying to look for a picture for the thumbnail, I saw a white woman, but I thought they were just like making content together in the gym. But that might be his woman. Again, this is neither here nor there. But basically, I wanted to just look at a few clips. And the first clip that I wanted to look at was the part where Stevie is claiming that he took Charlie Kirk out of context. And I just thought this was a dumbass point to make. But let me just go ahead and share this with you guys so you can
I hate
also.
that argument so much. That is like the number one defense. And it's like, I'm sure y'all have had all this in your comments, just based on all of our content,
Yes.
right? You're ever speaking about something, and you speak about something, and people call you racist for talking about racism, and
Yeah.
that's that same thing. Like, oh, you took him out of context. There is no context for saying an educated black woman doesn't have the brain processing power to hold the seat that a white person should have. There's no additional context needed.
Bro,
Like,
I was on a panel.
1,000%.
I was on a panel with Andrew Wilson the other day, and he stopped the whole panel and say, "Hey, do you think Charlie? Do you think? Yeah, I'm stupid. Do you think Charlie was racist?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think he was racist." And then him and all the other guys on the right just started dying laughing as if I said something absurd. And I was just like, "This is insane! Like y'all think that y'all can laugh at me because as a black person, I think that Charlie was racist towards black people, and y'all don't agree and act like I'm the one that's out of line. It's insane."
Bruh. I can't agree more when it comes to that whole you took him out of bro. There's literally there's no context. There's no context in the world that could save what the fuck you just said. And it's not like these are statements that could be taken one way or another. They're very blatant when we react to them. So that's why if we don't play the rest of the clip, just like with Officer Tatum and the whole Rosa Parks shit. Like, that made no sense. Like, did you know she had a car? You're like, oh, man, you took him out of context. My nigga, how? How? Anyway, let me play this clip. It starts at 16 minutes. It said, you took him out of context. And he's going to be talking about that Jubilee clip.
So
I believe.
for, I think your first two disagreements
Oh,
that
the
you had with
volume
me,
is treacherous.
yeah, you can definitely let me know some other ones that you had for sure.
Can y'all hear?
Yeah,
I hear it.
We know it's low.
Oh.
I mean, I just get to the meat and the potatoes now, man, because do you feel like you manufactured a narrative on Kirk by showing those those snips of him in your video?
Yeah, okay, we can address that because I did have that in my notes as well. I think around like the 20-minute mark, you said I took him out of
Manufactured a
context.
narrative is
right?
crazy.
Not even take him out of context. You put your context on it because we let it play. I put the additional clips on it.
Okay, so just for the viewer, there's a clip that we played, maybe a 15 seconds of Kirk on a Jubilee panel. He's talking to somebody. This is a panel about Christians versus, or is it right wingers versus lefties? I don't remember what it was.
I don't know, but it was about abortion.
Okay, it was about abortion, right? And Kirk is a very Christian, self-proclaimed Christian. Everybody knows this about him. So in that clip, the woman is asking him a hypothetical where he says, if your 10-year-old daughter was raped, okay, would you force her to keep the child?
Stevie was
is that a
drinking
fair
the fuck out of
assessment
that
of the
empty
clip?
can.
Yeah.
And then Kirk says yes.
He said yes. The baby will have the baby, or my girl will have the.
Okay,
child.
and then you said that we were kind of dishonest with how we did that. That we clipped him out of context, and then we put our own context, right?
No, I'm not saying you put your own context. You didn't put the entire.
Stop it.
Isn't right? Isn't that what he said before?
He said
right?
you manufactured your own narrative or context or narrative or whatever. That's what he said.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that all of us caught that because I was watching this shit live and I was like, no, that's exactly what you said.
Right. It's just that's what I'm saying. You see how his brain is working in real time to understand what he thought he already understood. Like in real time, he's trying to make things make sense and not realizing he said one thing and now trying to say something else and don't realize the contradiction into what he was saying.
Exactly. Oh my God.
No, you manufactured your own context. No, and it's just, to me, it's just kind of like, even I think ABBA addressed him at some point to say, like, why don't you just admit that, like, you like Charlie Kirk and agree with him versus trying to act like we're tripping and we're evil and we took him out of context. No, you just agree with a lot of the shit he said. So stop sitting here trying to act like I'm taking him out of context when we both just disagree. Just like Charlie would think he thinks we're murdering babies. We don't think we're murdering babies. Neither one of us are lying. We just disagree. So just say that.
The way he thinks that like everybody else is manufacturing their own narrative, like he thinks ABBA is the same thing he's trying to do on his own platform. It's the exact same shit. Like, I mean, that's all they're trying to do is spin a narrative towards what you believe. Since he's leaning super hard right, he's going to twist his narrative to believe that everybody on the opposite side who thinks that way is stupid. And that's the way he approaches all his videos. So, I mean, you can like feel it through the screen.
Yeah, man. And he's gonna say it here in the clip, but for those of you that don't know in the chat, so he's basically saying that Abba and Preach basically took him out of context only because he didn't play the rest of the clip where Charlie Kirk is basically saying, I would not let my 10-year-old get an abortion because of my religious beliefs. But I have a right to think that you're a monster to make your 10-year-old have a child.
And the additional context to it was your 10-year-old that was raped. Like
Right.
that is the other context
yes,
to it.
yes.
So religious beliefs, like respect to everybody's religious beliefs, but religious beliefs are not. In that context, like why would you force a 10-year-old to have a baby? On top of just that being monstrous in and of itself, but to be pregnant because of that act and then force a baby to come into this world with that on them, I think is crazy. And I think Abba really did a good job pushing back against that point, which again, Stevie just had no answers for. Like, oh my gosh.
Stevie's answer, no, you didn't let it play. If people hear the reasoning, they don't have to wonder. Bro, people that don't agree with it don't need a reason. There's no explanation to me that will make that more sane, in my opinion. There's no explanation.
The most shameful part of all of this is when he started talking. Well, we'll probably get to that later. Never mind. I don't want to say it yet.
You're good. Let me just play the rest.
Okay. Like you said, you led into it by saying, I think I'm not going to speak. I'm going to recite you verbatim, but it was essentially, I think that Kirk has said some disgusting things as well.
Yes,
and you
I played that clip. Videos. Yeah, so let's just talk about that first clip because I remember you taking that first clip and being really shocked. I think, let me just see here, because I did have that in my notes here. Oh, coming from me, and you called me the king of receipts.
Yeah.
But yes, so that is
real shit, because I rely, but I know when you giving somebody shit, you gonna have.
Okay, so how do you feel I took that clip out of context?
Because when I see that it's trying to paint Kirk as a monster because he's going to force his 10-year-old daughter to have a child.
Right. But
we can stop there. Listen to what you just said. He is going to force his 10-year-old child to have an abortion. And like Drew pointed out earlier, they already went through a traumatic experience because they just got raped. And I don't know what it is with conservatives and people on the right, but for some reason they think childbirth is something that's easy. This shit is very hard on a woman's
Even
body.
if you take that alone, like that part alone, a 10-year-old, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
it's even less egregious if you're like 18. It's less egregious, but 10, and it's like, Jesus, like, bro, what's wrong with you? That's not good. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. So like, imagine saying, like, you gotta, what's the context behind, yeah, I forced my child to go to school and shoot they bully. Like, what's the context?
Jesus Christ.
Like, is there much context? Like, is it?
No, bro.
Like,
Okay, matter of fact, okay, let's put this into perspective. Everybody on the goddamn panel, what were y'all doing when y'all were at the age of 10?
Oh my
What's
God,
that,
I
fifth
was
grade?
still. And with,
I was failing. I
Failed
was
my
failing fifth
choice.
grade.
Yeah. I
failing
can't even.
fifth
I mean,
grade.
and you know, like, so I actually have a 10-year-old. Like,
okay.
legit, I have a 10-year-old right now. So, you know, I see just in physical form how tiny and how fragile and how precious a 10-year-old is every single day. And I could not imagine, first off, I couldn't imagine anything happening to her. But on top of that, something like that happening. And I mean, again, do you know what birth does to a full-grown adult
Yep.
woman?
Yep.
We're talking about a 10-year-old just
That's just
carrying a
traumatic
baby.
in
Like,
every
how
way.
sick do you have to be in your head to let a religious belief justify that? It can't be justified. in my
Exactly.
opinion.
And the fact that Stevie was willing to go that far to defend him and can't say, like, I just don't agree with that. He could not do it
Right.
whatsoever. You can still like Charlie and not agree with that, bro. Why is that so hard
Right.
for you? Even when I did my video on, I was debunked. Who did I debunk? Stevie? Yeah. Yeah, it was Stevie.
Yeah,
I
you
just
did, you
debunked
did, you did.
Stevie. So it was literally him. And I was like, I skipped that part because I'm like, in all fairness, at the very minimum, Charlie Kirk was consistent on his anti-abortion beliefs. So I wasn't finna sit here and break down debunking why I don't think he should let his 10-year-old have an abortion. I just was like, he's consistent. I think it's disgusting, whatever. But there's no point in sitting here trying to debate him out of this. If he's going to say that's how he feels about it, that's how he feels, regardless. You know,
I just find it crazy that these people always spew this like narrative, but every time one of these people gets put in one of these crazy scenarios that is a hypothetical at first, they always do the exact opposite of what they believe. You know that he would have never actually allowed that.
yeah, like in real life, like,
Exactly.
yeah, I know,
Yes.
right? It is one of those things where it's like, bro, like, it's hard for me to
I
believe.
wanna-
I will never allow this 10-year-old to get this abortion. She's gonna have that baby. She's gonna die in the process. It's okay. That's the way God meant it. It's like, dude, no.
Yeah,
he didn't.
imagine a doctor tell you, like, this is life threatening. You know, like, well,
She's gonna end up on-
what's the percentage?
You
It's
know,
gonna be ridiculous.
I really want to agree with y'all, but I don't know.
You
I
think you
think
would?
there are I don't know about Charlie specifically, but I know there are a lot of people like that are far on the right that are strong with their convictions that would probably go through with it.
To me,
I-
the
You're
right.
10-year-old
You're right with that.
is
I
the
do
problem.
agree with you, Watts.
To me, the 10 years old is the real issue versus, like,
For
your
sure.
child. Like, I think they would do it at 16. I think some of them would do it at 16, 17. 10 for me is just, I can't fathom any parent being like, yeah, let's do it. Like, what?
I think
But
the
I'm
most
telling you, but Watts
egregious
is right
part-
though.
I was just gonna say, I think the most egregious part, specifically about this debate, is Stevie, right? For a person that says, Abba said, he assumed that he was, pro-life, and he was like, no, I don't care. If you don't care, as just as an outsider, right, from an outside perspective, if you don't care, as just an adult with common sense, and a child gets raped, you would completely understand somebody getting an abortion. So for him to not even be pro-life or anti-abortion, anything, for him to just to supposedly be in the middle and not be able to admit that that's a crazy stance, I feel like just makes this whole debate in bad faith. Because that was one of the worst parts. And then the second part after that, well, not the second part, but when they got into the no school lunches for kids, Abba raised
Go
an
talk
Abba.
about it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, exactly. And it's like all that ties in. So you want to bring kids into this world with no support system, and it just makes no sense at all. Like,
No, kids gotta figure it out.
It's just so much. Like, bro, I know your energy, bro. When you was doing that shit, I'm like, I feel it.
Oh my
To
God.
add context into the situation, dude, Stevie has a daughter.
He
got two
does.
kids.
Oh, yeah, like
That's
that's
a
the craziest.
daughter?
He has. I think
Yeah.
he got a girl and a boy.
Oh, does he? I know about the boy. I know he had that recently newborn girl or whatever, I think.
Yeah, I think his first child was a boy, and then he had a girl.
I'm sorry, man. If I have a girl, I would not be able to confidently say this. Like, how can you not say? And he
The
knows
reason he
damn
can-
well. So random. I will agree with you. Stevie doesn't believe that, but Charlie Kirk probably would make his 10-year-old, but Stevie would not make his 10-year-old have a child.
Right.
He would more than likely make her not go through that.
Right.
So the fact, oh my gosh, I didn't know he had a daughter. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I agree with you, Watts, when it comes to that. Because some of these people, they really are that crazy to stick by those religious beliefs. Like, they have drank the Kool-Aid that much. So where they're like, no, it's going to happen. Like, she's going to have this baby, period, point blank and simple. But somebody like Stevie, who doesn't know what his actual faith and beliefs or anything is, he will make that decision to make sure she has that abortion. Guaranteed.
And I think he also said he's not religious at all. On top of that, so
Yes.
you're not anti-abortion. You're also not.
But he believes in
religious.
good
You
and
really-
evil. I mean,
Don't believe.
Say that he wasn't religious.
Yes, bro. He said
believes
he's
in-
not religious.
but he believes in demons and shit like that. Where
Yeah.
do demons come from?
Yeah, the concept. Yeah, he be saying demonic and shit. He was calling shit demonic, and it's just like, you ain't religious, you ain't pro-life, you think things are.
So
demonic.
why are we having this conversation? Why did you even
bro,
make the
if
video?
I've
Why
ever-
was he
because
so
he's
mad?
If I literally had to pick somebody on a grift, like, I think he's like in the top 2, like on
Holy
YouTubers, like top 2, 3. Like, if I had to, like, where it got to expose, where it's like so obvious,
I wouldn't have thought that before this
Yeah,
debate,
right,
but
right.
you use the operative word, exposed. Like, he got exposed in this debate, like, to the point that he's ranked up there with Hodge twins and everybody else for me now.
Oh man,
It's bad.
Wow.
It was egregious.
Guys, is it the money?
It is, bro.
Like,
Bro,
there
I
is
mean,
no amount of
to
money
be-
in the
to be
world that
fair,
can make
he
me
was-
flip like this.
To be fair, his bigger channel is the music channel, but I think this
Yeah,
one is
okay.
really, ain't this like 500K or something?
Well, this one. Well, no, I think
is
this
it?
one got up to 1 million.
The
Or
second
was that
channel
Night
has
Talk?
1 million. His Stevie Knight has 1 million plus.
Yeah, one of them crossed 1 million.
I don't know what this one has.
Didn't
I
one of
think
his channels get demonetized though?
It did,
Yeah,
at one
it was
point,
his
but I
main
think he
channel.
got it back.
okay.
He's at
Oh,
514.
okay.
Yeah, he got
Let MAGA give
514.
me
That's
$1
still
million.
money.
I'm about to start. MAGA give me $1 million. I'm gonna start making black fatigue videos left and right. I
Dude, I'm
can't
gonna start
stand
wearing
you.
freaking Confederate flags like Charleston White.
Hey, if MAGA gave me the check, bro, I would make it my duty to personally send all my subs a video telling y'all, like, let me get this check and I'll be right back.
Hey, look, don't be mad.
I don't know if I could do it, man.
Bro.
I don't know.
I would make the strongest effort to dog whistle that I'm bullshitting as possible. Just to get out the mud. Just to get out the mud.
Being a person of color. I was just saying, just being a person of color. To think about it, if you go on any of their videos, their channels, and you go in the comments section, it's like, how can you, as a black man, a person of color, see the comments that are in your comment section and be okay with it? It is like, I don't understand it. I just don't understand it.
Because
up
imagine
real
it's us
quick.
as black creators that support black people, and then racist motherfuckers come in our comments. Imagine
Right.
when they see a
Supporting
black
our- yes.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, hold up. I just got the funniest image of Jew just randomly putting on the "Make America Great Again," had his accent
God.
changes. Them goddamn blacks. I'm
Bro,
sick of them. I have
I would get a
fatigue.
Confederate jersey and give me $1 million. You goddamn niggers. I'm telling you. That grip has to pay good because
Has to,
the-
dog.
you cannot convince me that all these people believe, like, so for me, I'm an independent, right? Like, I don't like all the stuff that the Democrats do. I don't dislike
Sure.
all the stuff that Republicans do. I love my guns, for instance. And here in Maryland, it was like super hard for me to get a gun license until, Republicans changed some things. But I would never just, as a person that was raised in a black family, black mothers, black grandmother, black kids, could just completely shit on black culture, black people, everything for a check. Like, I wouldn't even be able to sleep right at night. I wouldn't even be able to look my kids in the face. So I just don't know how so many of them do it when it's clear they don't believe what they say.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
And as Stevie don't understand, like, especially when you don't contextualize it. Like, we can sit here and understand that that we disproportionately commit crime in this country.
Right.
Do you give a fuck why, or are you just saying it to just make us sound like inherent animals? That'd be my problem. It's like, just like in that same video with Stevie, he talking about if we do 50% of the crime. Okay, well, white men do 60% of the rapes. What's the problem with them? Why? Do you care? Are you gonna ever just espouse that stat for the fuck of it? I don't ever hear y'all talking about that. Y'all, especially because nobody likes murder, of course. But in a lot of cases, when you hear murder, although you wouldn't do it, you could see what would drive somebody to do whatever they did in some instances. And with rape, it's almost is like, bro, there's no excuse for your actions at all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what is it? They had the stat up. Is rape? Is sexual assaults, kidnappings? It's a bunch of other like
damn near everything.
Pedo,
everything.
That black folks ain't that.
They damn near they lead in almost every crime besides murder and I think robbery maybe.
I think it's just murder. It may be. No, you're right. You might be right about that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the route that they always go. It's literally just murder. But yeah, I'm honestly sick of the Griffin. Like, going back to what you said, like, I would not be able to sleep well at night, man. I don't care.
Yeah.
I really don't care. And Logix, let me ask you a question. Do you think this also has a little bit to do with like the image of like a liberal these days, like when it comes to like just being soft and not masculine and like the blue hair and all that type of shit?
It's funny that I'm glad you asked me that too, because that's why I became like more vocal about my political stances, is because I was sick of liberals being labeled as people that's soft and timid and, don't make fun of people and always being hurt by something.
You're a liberal? I thought this was a MAGA panel. I am hanging up. What is happening here?
I was about to say, you about to hang up.
What the fuck is going on?
Whoa, I didn't know I was getting on with liberals. I'm sorry.
I thought Lodge was one of the goddamn good ones.
Right?
But yeah. But yeah, that's why I got more front facing with it, because I was tired of the image of liberals being soft, liberals not being willing to punch back and shit like that, and not being a pussy about everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like more willing to be front facing about it, because I'm like, no, I'm sick of this shit. I'll be the token black guy. Fuck it. See, I could take a joke. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big reason.
I was just gonna say, you raised a good point with that, because even later in the video, Stevie was using that argument that the left is more emotional because they're the left, and he basically said that they're what he was trying to say is they're emotional because of the diversity, because of all the different things that are going on the
so
left.
fucking
Stupid.
It was so
That's
weird.
so
It was
dumb.
so weird. I'm like, bro, you think we like accept people out of emotion? No, I'll be as somebody right now, 30-some-year-old man, I had to really struggle with myself to understand transness and accept it. Like, I'm not finna sit here and act like I wasn't uncomfortable at some point. I was one of them people that was like, why the fuck, why do trans people, what is this? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, just be who you are, blah, 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 all that shit. I really had an internal fight with myself to understand that this shit don't make sense. It was literally the opposite of emotion. It made absolutely no sense for me to sit here fighting with something that I didn't understand, not try to learn it, and then continue to fight against it simply because of how I feel. It's simply because of how I feel. So that all emotion shit, he doesn't understand that most of the shit that we come to isn't based solely off of emotion.
Emotion, yeah.
No, you were emotionally indoctrinated, Logics. You just don't realize it, dude. You just have no clue.
They brainwashed me. I'm too far gone.
Yeah, you were brainwashed, dude. You just don't understand. It was the propaganda, and they gave you the sympathy card. Oh, feel bad for me. Oh my God, life is out to get me. And they tricked you. It's okay. They lassoed you in, and it's all right. Got tricked.
Oh God, man.
But I'm just
People thought I was Republican on my platform too. I thought that was
Shut
really funny.
the fuck up. Really?
Oh, it's okay. It was a while ago, but I remember like I used to see comments that pop up and be like, "Hey man, you know what? I kind of rocks with your comment. I mean, your content, even though you're a hardcore Republican." I was like, "Damn, how did you get that out of this?"
Hardcore Republican is crazy.
I had to review the video again just to go back and like, what happened here?
What
Like,
did I say?
I'm confused.
You also you raised a funny point, random, and I want to get into the conversation of like the lack of food in the United States that they were having real quick.
Dude, this is the
But-
best part of the whole entire thing.
Before we even get into it, let me just say this. So I dropped my video about Charlie Kirk when everything happened. I mean, just like the rest of us, right? Like we all made a video. I lost so many subscribers when I dropped that video, and I was so confused.
My nigga,
You
I
too?
was losing subscribers for days, and my video didn't even get that many views. My
Same.
video, I mean, when I say, but you know what it is? I realized what it was. I realized what it
Damn.
was, and it's the same thing for you, Watts. You make alpha male videos, and I feel like a lot of those subs that dropped were from alpha male videos. And recently I made videos about Hussein Farhat and Julian Fitzgerald and just alpha male videos in general, right? So people are coming to those videos for that specific alpha male content or the fitness influencer content. So they're coming from everywhere, all over the political spectrum. Right. And I had one comment that really highlighted that to me. And it said, it said, I sub to your channel for the your channel for the anti-red pill content. I don't know how I ended up on the black racist side of YouTube. I'm sorry.
The black racist side of you. Okay, come on, bro.
Damn.
And the thing about that's not even fucking realistic. Do these people really expect for us to just solely make anti-red pill content? That is exhausting. That's tiring.
But I'm trying to understand the overlap because I would think if you're anti-alpha male, you might not lean right. I don't know.
True.
I think that I don't get. That's what's confusing me about both of y'all. I didn't know it happened to you too,
But
Jew.
I think the point that Jew is making, like when you deviate from like what
just that.
made you popular or what you've been doing,
I
then
can't rock with your content anymore, bro.
basically. But I don't know. It's still weird to me because I talk about everything and anything. I made a video about Bad Baby. What the fuck? Like when would I talk about Bad Baby?
Hey, you're veering too far away,
Republicans
Watts.
would come to my channel anyway, because I mean, in every video I make, I'm very clear about who I am. Like I've never changed my stance since I've been on YouTube. So it's like,
yeah, a lot of people. I mean, to be fair, but it's kind of like what happened with Stevie. I saw you with music. I saw you with anti-alpha male, but I think it make more sense for me because once he started leaning into the right stuff, but him to be anti-fresh. Well, to be fair though, he was kind of fucking with Fresh and Fit until they exposed themselves with Abba and Preach Beat. So. I was like, I could tolerate this because he don't like this red pill shit. Then the politics really kicked in, and I'm like, this is weird.
So when exactly did the politics kick in? Because I've never been like a hardcore Stevie Knight fan. Like I would see his videos and watch here and there, but when exactly did like the light switch?
I don't personally.
He's been like this for a while. I mean, Stevie's been like this for as long as I've watched him, honestly, and it's been for like the last 2 years.
Damn, that long?
No, it's been like that, bro. Because like I said, I in retrospect, it's not confused. I'm not like, where did this come from? It just wasn't as front facing because it started off anti-Myron, but he was like agreeing with people like MTR. You know what I'm saying? So I was like tolerating it. I was like, cool. Because even when I started watching Fresh and Fit, it was because I thought it was entertaining. But then they got extreme, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So, he was agreeing with people like MTR, and he was giving I saw him as an MTR. And then I think the money got good, and it was like, I need to go hard to this shit. Then he's like, I'm supporting Matt
I might just got here.
Candace Owens.
I'll be right back.
Oh, nice.
He said his what? Oh, his mic.
Literally
Okay. So he said, he started fucking with Candace Owens. He like Matt Walsh. He was agreeing with the Daily Wire people, period. And I was like, bro, you going hard. I could tolerate the MTR shit, but damn. And then that's when he started, I think just once he saw the reception, he started more into it.
Oh, he started to lean into it more. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, once he started seeing the love that he got from those videos from anybody who was basically always trying to hold black people accountable, that's exactly the stance that he took.
I'm going to show y'all how much of a liberal I am too. You just reminded me, Jew.
Oh Jesus, this man got a blue wig.
But that's why I don't talk, or that's why I stopped talking about certain stuff. Like I don't talk about black women on my channel anymore, for real. It might be a video here or there about dating or relationships and stuff.
You said I got a what?
But it's just I don't
What did you
want
say?
that. Yeah,
I'm blue wig.
I just don't want that vibe on my channel. So I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird.
Yeah,
I did the same thing, Jew. I did the
That's
same
how much
thing.
of a liberal I am.
Oh, sorry.
Oh damn, that's true. Oh,
I got her book. So,
but you know
that's
what?
Funny.
I think it's how you go about the content more so than the content itself, like how you go about like reviewing it, because like I don't mind talking about black women, but I'm not going to have the angle of just like bashing them and saying, oh, see, this is what's wrong with black women. Like if you say something crazy or you do something crazy, it's literally because of that.
And I was gonna say, you notice when we talk about it, it's because of the incident, not the identity of the person.
I think
so like I absolutely.
Yep.
What was that, Jew?
No, I just think that's a good distinction to make. It's about the incident and not the person.
Yeah, like I refuse to paint black women or black people with an entire brush, or any person like with an entire brush of anything. I just can't do it because every situation is isolated. That's why you call out the incident like you were talking about instead of the entire like ethnicity of the people. Like it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense and it's counterproductive. Like I refuse to do that because just like y'all were talking about earlier with selling out and giving up your soul to just talk about black people forever, I just can't do it. Like I joke about it, but there's just absolutely no way I could really do it because I can't even do it on my platform now. And also like sidebar story to y'all talking about losing subscribers, talking about Charlie Kirk. I posted this one random video talking about I'm 35 and I just got fired. Completely made up bullshit.
Yeah.
There was somebody who unsubscribed from my channel because he said that video hit too hard to home. I was like, damn, dude, my bad. I'm sorry that, I was like, I can't believe that it hit you like that.
Well, or he did and was hurt.
Dude, he watched the video. He said, man, I rocks with your content. I love your content, bro. I appreciate it. But this video just hit too hard to home, and I'm going to have to stop watching you for a while. I'm going to have to unsubscribe for a little bit. I'm like, damn, I make other videos. And this video was fake. Like, it wasn't even real. This scenario was too bullshit.
Hurt. He was too hurt.
He was. Apparently, because, I draw out some stories now. Like, I will, leave the cliffhanger. And it was really hanging on that one. And I guess by the time it finally hit, he had already jumped. He had already jumped by the time the cliffhanger hit.
My
he
gosh,
already
dog.
jumped.
That literally made me cry because do you know how hurt this man had to be to unsubscribe? The fact that he said he rocked with you.
I was gonna say you would think he
was
like
watch the video.
You want to climb up back with him or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we in the
damn,
same
you could
boat.
just dislike the
Let's
video.
grow together.
That's so fucking funny, man.
Oh shit.
Oh, all right. Anyway, my bad. We off track. All right.
that's
So the
Stevie
lack of food conversation. Let me bring this
Sly
back
Cooper.
up.
This is another point you made, and this is one I thought was crazy. You played the other clips of Kirk. You kind of said there's nothing bad about this when he said he wanted Biden to be executed or given the death penalty. You don't think that people should hate somebody like that, or some people might hate somebody for that reason? For saying violent things like that?
Yeah, that's their opinion.
Another point that you made, I played a second clip, and this is probably one of the wilder clips. A young man goes up to Charlie Kirk during that debate, and he says to him, hey, what do you think about school lunches for kids? And Charlie laughs him. He says, there's no starvation in America. We have an obesity problem. Nobody here is going without food. And then you agreed with.
Fun fact, that clip that Abba is talking about is the same clip that Logix reacted to on TikTok, and it got him 1 million views for it. Just throwing that out there.
2 million.
Yeah, 2 million. Damn.
Oh,
2 million.
shit.
Yo, it's fucking insane.
I'm gonna flex when I can. I can't do it in real life, so I'm gonna flex when I can.
That's fucking crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
You said there's no starvation in America. Go get food stamps. You can get food at churches. There's no reason to starve. Do you remember that?
I'm sorry. Pause that real
In
quick.
America.
Like just the additional context. Abba is reading this, right, and he's saying what was said, but keep in mind, they are talking to hungry, starving children. That's who they're telling to go get food stamps or go get help. The shit blew my mind. It's like you're not even talking. This isn't even about the parents. This is about saying that there are food options for children. Like my 10-year-old daughter. She barely makes it to the bus stop every morning. How is she going to go find food somewhere? How is she going to go find a food program? It is crazy. It's crazy.
Jude, you gotta, Jude, there are resources for that child.
I was about to say it. There are resources. You should know where to. Hey, man, they have resources. You should know where the fuck to find the resources. All right. You should know.
I say this part blew my mind. I'm like, yo.
I think I was spazzing in my stream when I think I was losing my mind because, like you said, it's just like, bro, why are you fighting? And then to end up saying the government should help. It was like, dog, you never thought about this for 2 seconds. Did you just want to fight on it because Charlie Kirk said it and you feel like you're obligated to defend it because your audience does. It like I don't know if y'all saw the comment section under his, I think maybe first Charlie Kirk video. They was like, oh man, Stevie, we love you. Thank goodness for doing this. You not many can do this. You such a break. This is why I sub to you. He was like, oh shit. Now the nigga that made like 10 Charlie Kirk videos to this point. If y'all haven't noticed, there's at least this nigga has at least 7 to 8 Charlie Kirk videos right now because of this shit. And I know that's why. Because that first one, they was all on his nuts. And now he's like, I need to figure out every way to keep talking about this.
And is he still making those videos like today?
Bro,
or
he
like
uploaded one today.
He posted one.
Bro, that's I'm sorry. That's fucking disgusting, low key. Because when I talked about Charlie Kirk, I knew it wasn't going to get a lot of traction. Bro, I didn't even monetize it.
I didn't
because
monetize
I was talking about
Charlie
somebody
Kirk.
dying.
Well, to be fair, it was 3 minutes, but I wouldn't have monetized it anyway. I wouldn't have monetized my Charlie Kirk video, and I had to explain.
I definitely monetized mine, and I made like $5.
I'm part of an organization that was literally trying to debate Charlie Kirk everywhere he went, so I had to speak on it. You know?
Yeah. Of course. But the thing that had me.
Was I'm sorry, just to go back
ahead.
real quick. The funniest thing about me losing so many subs for my Charlie Kirk video is I probably had the lightest Charlie Kirk video in the world.
You did, which is why I'm surprised.
I announced that he passed. I announced how he passed. I said he used racist narratives to push agendas. And then I said, but I think it's important to let his word speak for itself. And I did nothing but play Charlie Kirk clips. And so many people were mad. So many people were mad and said my clips or his clips took him out of context in his own words.
Y'all
You can't play clips. You have to play the 17 hours that he speaks.
So let me give a real example of what out of context means. I feel like this is perfect. So recently, after the shooting, the Utah governor was doing a press conference. And there was this clip circulating of him saying, like, I was hoping it wasn't one of ours. And everybody clipped that and was like, what is he talking about? He talking about black people? He talking about, I said, and I watched it. And I'm like, this is what out of context mean. Because prior to him saying, which nobody showed, prior to him saying it, and he's a Republican, so I'm not just doing this for my own benefit. He's a Republican governor. I said, no, y'all, stop taking this man out of context. He literally was talking about, before that, he was talking about how proud he was of Utah. Right.
Yeah.
And he said, on this past 33 hours, I was just hoping it wasn't one of us because us Utahns, we don't do stuff like this, you know? But sadly enough, it was somebody from Utah. Like and I was hoping it wasn't one of us, but it was somebody from Utah, not somebody that drove from another state, not somebody from another country. And if you want to be bad faith, then yeah, you could say he talking about black people. But he just said Utah, and if we being honest, yeah.
Hold on. They call them Utahns?
Maybe
I
think that's what he said.
When he said that.
I think so. I could be. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think he did say Utahn. I don't know. I don't know.
But
yeah,
anyway,
I think it's
sorry,
bad
but
faith.
that's a good example.
Yeah, but that's what literally out of context means. When if there was something that adds meaning to what you heard, that's out of context. Not you just agree with them and they don't agree. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear you. But yeah, and it's funny because I watched that entire press conference and I didn't trip because I knew what he meant.
Yeah, while I
But
was watching it before that clip circulated, I was like, this is
It made
actually a
sense.
decent speech. And because he wasn't even trying to be partisan in that speech as well, too. His energy
Correct.
wasn't to try to divide the country. So I'm like, y'all tripping.
Yeah, but you know, you're not wrong. But also, that just kind of reminds me of anytime I hear you people, it's just like it's an automatic. Like, what? What? So I mean, yeah, you're not wrong at all. But that clip was easy to arm and for people to digest and change the context to that. Yeah, I mean, you're 100% right. But
Yeah.
these Charlie Clip Kirks ain't that.
No, no. This has nothing to do with Charlie. I'm talking about like what out of context actually
it
means.
means. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me play this.
It's like 1% of households have like I guess technically a hunger issue, bro. But people are not starving to death in America.
He said
bro.
1%
Motherfuckers are
out his
fat as hell.
ass.
Okay.
It's a fact.
1%. I want to know where he got that from.
Out his
See,
ass.
this
It
is
was
the
out of his
problem I
ass.
have with like people
Jinx.
who are pro-life, and not you specifically, but people like Charlie Kirk. They're so obsessed with keeping fetuses alive. They pretend it's like this big virtue. And then when a child is born, they're like, fuck you, your parents take care of you. It's actually probably one of the most hypocritical, and this is why I think Charlie Kirk is probably a shitty person to me, is that he spent all this time being anti-abortion, but when it comes to every government initiative that's meant to protect kids and keep them good, he was always against it. And to me, it's like, what's the fucking point of keeping this fetus alive if when it comes out, you're like, yo, fuck you, kid. And that's what he did. He said that guy was...
He said, "Fuck you, kid."
No, he did it, but he might as well
Come
have
on,
when
man,
he's
like-
constantly championing everything that's anti-public sector, or sorry,
Man,
government
That
involved.
was what he was trying to
taking care of
say.
Kids. Like even you saying there's no starvation is like so disingenuous. If you just Google it, there's like so many kids today here in America. You could look it up, the statistics that have malnutrition, that have food scarcity, that have all these problems. It stunts their growth. It fucks them up in terms of their academic success. And for you guys to sit there and think that food lunches for kids is a crazy idea and parents should take care of them. Some parents are dog shit. Some parents don't take care of their kids. And so that's why these school lunches happen, so that kids who go to school get a meal. But people like Charlie Kirk, and then you did the same thing, or like, oh, the parents take care of it. That's fucking stupid. And I'm like, do you guys even Google this stuff? Do you guys even look into it? But you speak confidently against this stuff that's hurting hundreds and thousands of kids. And I'm like, I don't get it.
Who? I'll ask you a question.
Yeah, pause.
Yeah, it is a good spot to stop it. I just like, first of all, like, does he not understand like the hunger issue is why people end up looking like Charlie Kirk? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they look funny looking just like that. I mean, damn, you want to like the hunger
Okay,
issues, underdeveloped brains, mindsets,
Stop.
everything, intelligence. It's because of shit like that.
No, I
So
will
if they
say.
want to talk about there's a hunger issue, and if they go look up the numbers, they find it. It's basically the same.
Okay,
Fat
I
people,
want one ad
hungry
hominem.
people.
I want one ad hominem this stream. Reasons that people like Charlie Kirk and Caroline Levitt age is because having that much hate in your heart can only age you, bro.
Oh, for sure.
I swear to God, when I first got introduced to Charlie Kirk, I was like, he at least 40, 37, if I'm being nice. Bro, younger than me. So I was
younger than me, too.
I was just like, whoa, what? Like, how is he younger than me? Caroline Levitt, why is she not even 30? She looks 48. Like, it's just like, I mean, these people, even, like, there's no, bro, Trump is older than my mother. My mother looks like she has at least 20 to 25 years under him. And he's only like a few years older than my mother.
This is also going to be an
it's
ad
just
hominem.
like my mama look like she in her 50s. So it's just
I bet.
like, it's just this hate.
Look.
This hate and evilness, it just gets at you.
This is also going to be an ad hominem. But it is a known fact that if you are overly evil, your gums overtake your teeth.
Shut the fuck up.
It's a fact. Look it up. Look it up. It's a fact. Okay? It's a fact. Y'all
I
see
know
what
some
Charlie
people
look
with
like?
a lot of gum with a little teeth, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Hey, They might be saying racist shit behind closed doors. You don't know them people.
But no,
You don't know.
when
On
random
a serious note with the conversation,
go ahead.
like, okay, but the thing is, it's so ridiculous how Stevie just doesn't understand what he's talking about. Like, he's searching for shit. Even with the part where he's like, "Did he say fuck you?" Like, come on, man.
That
You know
was
he
so
didn't say fuck
pathetic.
them
It was
kids like
pathetic.
that.
That was so
fucking
pathetic.
stupid.
Like, come
you
on, man. You
know what
already
he's
know he
saying.
didn't say that.
You know what it actually is? I think, and it's just the world these days, right? Anybody with the platform, we give credit and credibility to in general, right? So we think somebody with the platform that speaks for a living is fucking smart. When in fact, Stevie just got exposed for being extremely dumb. He's just a dumb person. And I think he's a dumb person that came ill-equipped to debate against a person like Abba, who was well prepared, had his points, watched the video, and just knew that this nigga didn't know what he was talking about. I think he was just a fucking dumb person in a fucking debate, to be honest with you. You know?
Do any of y'all know
Agreed.
do y'all know who Hunter Avalon is?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think so.
You do, Jew?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he's like this young white liberal boy. He converted. He used to be on the right, and he found what was right, and he switched to being
Indoctrinated.
A left person. Yeah, he got
Indoctrinated.
indoctrinated, and now he's on the left. So he tanked his whole right audience, which was really big, went left, lost a lot of them, but still was pretty good on YouTube. And he debated Stevie, and it was the same thing. Stevie didn't know what he was talking about. Hunter dog walked the fuck out of him. Hunter is like, right now, he's probably like 26 maybe, and Stevie's I think older than me. So he dog walked him in that. And the only time I seen Stevie excel in a debate is, guess what it was about?
Relationships?
Eminem.
What? Oh my gosh.
The man dog. Hey, he shitted on Benzino. Stevie, I give you your credit. He shitted on Benzino in a debate.
Wait, whoa, hey. Why was Benzino even in the conversation for talking about Eminem?
No, and I'm not even gonna act like Stevie's not a successful YouTuber. No shade to Stevie, but Benzino was in the position. He's down bad to where he debated Stevie Knight on YouTube. Yes.
Shut the fuck about Eminem?
Was it? I think it was shortly after. I don't know if it was after this last diss record he did on Eminem a year or so ago, but I forgot.
Benzino did a diss record on it.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie. Oh yes, that's why it was ghost written. It was good. That was the problem. Benzino had a diss on Eminem, and it was good. And I was like, damn, Benzino, you did this. Found out it was ghost written, and I think he got confronted on it. I may be misremembering his timeline. Please forgive me if I'm wrong for anybody that does know this information, but he talked to Benzino about why he's always shitting on Eminem. And Stevie fucking won that debate. I'm not gonna lie. So everybody got their niche.
I will say I was gonna chalk it up to like, okay, maybe this was Stevie's first debate. He didn't really know how this was gonna go. You telling me he did this shit before?
Yeah, Hunter dog walked him in a debate, and then he dog walked Benzino.
But you know, the thing that
shit
is,
no more.
even if it was his first debate, right? As a man, as an adult, as a human, as an American, you have principles, right? You stand on. So it doesn't matter what the facts are. As a human being, you know what your principles are, and that will allow you to speak confidently and honestly. So you won't just get cooked in the debate because you're waffling about facts, about what you believe in, like Stevie did. Like Stevie was a fucking embarrassment. He was.
Yeah,
but Stevie really believes what he believes.
Right, exactly. He was an embarrassment to the right, to MAGA, to black people, to black men. Like he was all around embarrassment to everybody.
Damn, you're right. And I will say that you have a point, Jew, because that's also probably the reason as to why he did so fucking poorly is because he couldn't properly like lean a particular direction. He was constantly straddling both sides. Which is why, I mean, I've been in a couple of debates before, a couple of debates with like teaming up with Logics too. Like I felt very comfortable because I am very like, I'm very set with my ideals and in my beliefs, and I'm not straddling both sides. And I mean, sure, when it comes to conversations, there may be certain, I don't know what it would be, but there may be certain things where I could be like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. Like if it's coming from the opposite side or whatever.
Yeah.
But he wasn't confident enough to even stand on what he believed or even tell us what he believed in shit for the most part.
Fucking insane, man.
But he started off like having mad confidence because that's why this debate took place in the first place. Because he actually thought what he believed deep down,
Would carry
like his
him.
harsh beliefs, like his hard right beliefs, were actually genuine. He thought that he was correct in all his thoughts. So that's why he was even thinking about debating Abba and thought he was going to be able to stand on level
And
ground.
I'm not gonna lie, when
when
I saw
you just got
go ahead. Yeah.
Hmm?
I was gonna say when I saw it, I was shocked because I'm like, I don't think he's ready for this. I was like, I
already knew he
what
wasn't
was gonna
ready.
happen. I knew what was gonna happen when I saw it. Every time if Abba,
Everybody knew what was gonna happen.
I'm like, if Abba talking to you,
That's
I'm
why we all
like,
clicked. That's why we clicked on the video.
Yeah. We all knew what the fuck was gonna happen. Yo, it was like just imagine if like a trained boxer just walked out on the middle of the street, saw the first elderly, decrepit old person that they saw and just beat the dog shit out of him. That's what that debate felt like.
oh man.
But
Yeah.
but you know, like all he had to do was say,
Let's go, Mike.
I support Charlie Kirk. Oh, is the mic better? Yeah.
Damn, right. Hold up.
Hey,
Did you set that
maybe
bitch up?
maybe turn your volume up a little bit, but it's so clean.
All right. I'm turning.
Did
the
you
volume
set that up while we were talking?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was over there
I got-
screwing that thing in.
And I got to
Pause.
use this. But all he had to do was say, I support Charlie Kirk. I don't agree with everything he said, but I respect what he said. And he could have just said the things that he disagreed with, and everybody would have respected that stance. But he was just like, I'm with Charlie Kirk no matter what. This is the hill I'm dying on. And he sounded stupid. It was crazy.
It's a weird hill to die on, bro.
Super weird.
Yeah.
Golly. Let me see. The
Am I
next
the only person that grew subscribers on their Charlie Kirk video?
Yeah, probably. Probably.
My Charlie Kirk videos get ratioed. Every time I post about Charlie Kirk, before his death, I got ratioed.
Really?
Ooh.
Bro, I got like 400 dislikes to like 30 likes, if that. I'm dead ass. I'll show it to y'all, like dead ass.
What?
And it's crazy because I do politics more than y'all. I don't even just get people's unsubscribe. I'd rather take the unsubscribes than like people coming to my shit and shitting on it. Like
I'm not gonna lie, ratio my shit. Losing subscribers.
You're right though, because
Yeah.
because I get views, but I don't get watch time, and it pisses me off. And that's the worst part. I don't know if y'all experienced this. When people come to your video because they don't like it, yeah, I get 7,000 views, but the watch time is 2 minutes on a 20, 30-minute video. And that's how I know I'm like, y'all full of shit because nobody's watching the video. Because they be saying shit that I address later on in the video because they so mad and they feelings, they don't want to watch it. They leave it, and I say shit that they said in it and shit, and I agree with them sometimes and shit like that. So it's just always confirms that I'm like, I know I'm not tripping. Y'all don't watch this long-ass video.
No, you're cooked by then, though. But I still go back to this debate once again. I still can't get over the fact that Stevie was really over here when Abba presented the fact that what do the kids do to get this food? He had no answer, and it kept going back to the government resources, or the teachers in the school who get underpaid already are supposed to already add to their long list of shit to do every day, and be like, oh my God, now I got to look out for these kids that aren't even mine. On top of like already teaching hundreds of kids each and every day, on top of these ridiculous lesson plans, on top of the stress of having to deal with these kids that I can no longer retaliate against, that be wilding out in the schools, be damn near beat my ass, threaten me every day. I have to make sure I'm looking out for the kids that aren't getting food at home, and also reach out to social services to make sure they get what they need. Insane. And he's like, he actually expects these people to do that. Like, really? That's the part that's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Because like you said, teachers are already underpaid, bro. So it would just be easier for there to be a system for these kids to have food. And it's insane because if you're in the army, you feed your soldiers. If you are in jail, you have to feed your prisoners. So, but you're meaning to tell me you want everybody to have children. You want everybody to have kids. And like Abba said, but when they're here, it's just fuck them, right? It's actually insane. So like I have a friend back in Virginia. She's a teacher, and she's been making posts on her stories consistently about like how her kids, like a lot of them can't afford snacks and they have like snack time or whatever. She's literally have been begging people to donate snacks. So I donated like 3 baskets of snacks to her classroom because the kids did not have anything to eat. That is fucking insane. That should not even be the case.
Right.
But see,
Like,
that points to the part where he was talking about don't bad parents exist? And they're like, well, yeah, bad parents exist. And he was like, okay,
so then,
so what do you do to help the kids? Well, there's resources for that shit. It's like, dude, that doesn't make any sense. That's the part that kept going back and forth. That it was driving me nuts. I'm over here air punching Ghost in the hotel when I was hearing this shit. It was driving me nuts.
yo, in the whole
but-
time. Go ahead, Ju.
No, I was just gonna say two things real quick. One, these teachers in these schools, I mean, there are 30 kids in the class. By the time a teacher notices a kid is hungry, malnutrition, not getting sleep at home, not changing clothes, it could be weeks into the process. Like a kid could already be too far gone by then to even help in a real way. That's if a teacher even notices, which they're not obligated to do, because some people are just there for the check. Some people don't have passion to even, be there for the kids, especially if you go to like a charter school or something like that. But on top of that, the simple fact that he couldn't even identify who the teacher was supposed to call if they did notice that was happening. He was like, I mean, this program, what programs?
And that's the part
He
that
was
was
like, "They'll
driving
call
me.
somebody."
That was the part that was driving me insane. You expect the children to find these resources and these and he could not name them specifically. Name them. What are you talking about? What resources?
Because he
What
watched
the hell?
that Charlie Kirk video.
Oh, my bad.
He literally watched that
Oh,
Charlie
that was
Kirk
his style.
video, and he just took that as talking points. He there's no research. He doesn't know. And in a lot of these cases, these are state programs. Like it goes state by state, county by county. It's not just a 1-800 hungry kid number. So it was
1-800 hungry kid is crazy.
I mean,
and going and Logic thought that shit was so
That
funny.
shit was just funny yourself.
like, come on, man. Like,
And to be fair, even if there was a number like that, I used to get confused as fuck as a kid how to even dial those numbers. Like, how do I? When I was 10, like, how the fuck do I access the letters?
Also, if you're 10, you concerned if you get charged too, because you know better a little bit. You know you
Yeah.
might get charged calling the 1-800 number. Yo, 1-800 hungry kid is hilarious, bro.
That is too funny.
It's just the sole thought of, oh, there are more overweight, obese children than starving children in America is so fucking stupid. I cannot believe that he actually thought that. It's something crazy. Alfred Logix, we looked it up while we were watching this. Isn't it like 1 in every 5? Like
14 million kids have food scarcity, and I think
14
Stevie's
million.
brain is thinking about like the children on feed the world, like with their bones showing and shit, and it's like that's fucked up as well. But in America, our standard shouldn't be that your ribs are showing till you get some
Right.
food. That shouldn't be the standard in America. So yes, there are homes where kids are not getting enough food, and that's 14 million estimated.
Yep.
And there's 1 million abortions a year. Sir, and then man,
oh my
yeah,
God,
you
I was about to
already
say.
know where I'm gonna go with that.
I was about to say the obesity comparison wasn't the bad one. It was the abortion comparison and the
Yeah.
car accident.
'Cause there is
and
a
the
lot of
car
kids
accidents.
obesity.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, yeah.
It was like the car accident shit. Oh yeah, everything's fucked up. Okay, well if everything's fucked up, Charlie Kirk is fucked up. It's fucked up. Why you care? It's just fucked up, right? Whatever.
And Abba made a good point about that. He said, "Yeah, it's a ton of accidents every year. Does that mean we're not supposed to make cars safer, the roads safer?"
Yeah.
Because our cars back in the
man,
1940s ain't the cars of today.
Fuck no.
Motherfucker
Yo,
got
there-
your car beeping every second. You try
Yeah.
to turn into the wrong
Yo,
lane and all that shit.
If you talk to somebody that grew up during that time, they would say, "Oh yeah, we didn't have seatbelts. My mom just had to do this." Like, she had to do what? Yeah, she just had to do this. Oh,
No,
my
it's funny
God.
though. Our parents was reflexive like that.
Yeah.
I remember that shit.
Bruh, but it makes no
Oh, yeah.
sense, man.
Like
I
you
think
said,
that part. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like you said, like the obesity thing. There is an obesity problem. To be fair, it is one. But
Yeah.
the abortion
Of
one.
course.
First of all, the reason the abortion one is more egregious is because you claim you don't care, and then you try to sit there and defend that it's a problem, bro. That's how I know you full of shit and you don't believe this. You can't say abortion. I don't think abortion is a problem. A problem? No, I don't think it's a problem. And I say that with my whole chest. You can't say it even though you're trying to defend Charlie, who thinks abortion is a problem. You say abortion's a problem, but then you say, I don't care what nobody do. So why is it a problem? How can it be a problem if you don't care?
Why is it a problem if you don't care what anybody does? Like that is but that's what made this whole argument stupid, because he had no principles or stances of his own to stand on. He was just going with the high level Charlie Kirk talking points. And because he didn't do any research, he sounded even dumber when Abba started bringing out stats. It was just crazy.
When he said, I don't need the stats.
That was insane.
Yeah, that was insane.
Jinx.
That was
Jinx again.
That exposed how bought into a narrative the right is that they don't know. Like, that's why he had to even, to be fair, No, I'm not going to be fair, because he covers politics. He didn't know when Apple was like, I'm glad you went to look up that the right engages in more political violence. As somebody that covers politics, I would think you would have known that anyway, because all the people you listen to they know it too, but they're lying to you. That's why they keep talking about, well, polls say the left, they think that political violence is okay. Okay, well, who actually commits it though? Y'all ain't talking about that stat, right? Because y'all know and y'all liars. Stevie never took the time to actually investigate that information. He did it when he covered Abba and Preacher's video. Yeah, you want to talk about politics, bro? You so full of shit.
You're right. And that's how we know that it is indeed a grift, because, when it comes to just anything that I talk about on YouTube, I double check myself profusely. Like, it is ridiculous. I don't want to be wrong. So you mean to tell me that you're just essentially taking talking points from the conservative, like, right side of the political spectrum, and you're not even checking to make sure that it is correct or incorrect? Like, oh, this side is saying this statistic. They're saying like most people on the left commit political crimes. You're not going to fact check yourself on that?
No. There's no
I
need
think
to
a lot
fact
of
check.
them do that. Yeah, I think a lot of them do that. Like the Hodge twins did that. Like when we were talking about they didn't want to live in a majority diverse country. They only wanted to live in a majority white country. It hasn't been a majority white country since the 1930s. So what are you actually talking about? We were born and raised in a more diverse country than an all white country. You get what I'm saying? So I think these people, it's the grift. It's just the grift.
That's the
gotta
only
be careful.
reason.
I mean, this is why they want. This is why they're saying they want to take their country back. So be careful with that narrative.
It comes down to that, though, like he said, because it's just no reason to just want to willfully engage in lies. Besides money.
Go back to that point. You can't say you want to take the country back when white people run the House, the Senate, the courts, the federal courts, the Supreme Court,
everything.
House, when they are the Fortune 500 presidents, CEOs,
you got it.
CFOs. What country do you want to take? You want to take back the country from yourself? Who owns the country?
No, exactly.
You got
This is why I made a video the other day with that white guy in his car. I meant to release that months ago, but that's basically his whole thing, was just being upset. And he shares the same beliefs as all these people that just want to play victimhood. And then they want to cry and say the other side wants to play victimhood. But really, they're the ones who's crying themselves to sleep at night. All they do is bitch and complain about how they're no longer in control, how everybody else is controlling the narrative, how they're being attacked, and how everybody hates them. It's crazy to me.
You know
a 28-year-old white woman was just put in charge of ICE, I think. Like a 20-year-old white woman with no credentials was put in charge of ICE. It's literally the definition of not what you know, but who you know.
Yep.
And they have lived by that for as long as we've been alive. So to all of a sudden feel like your livelihood or your dominance is being challenged, and now you have to start a civil war, I think is the most insane thing ever. It is like mass hysteria.
And they say we're the snowflakes.
Right. Yeah. But you know what it is?
I'm sorry, Drew's not a snowflake. Drew is independent.
We're not going to rest. Hold on there, boy. We're not going to rest until we get
MAGA jersey. Don't keep
until we get all the blacks out of basketball, football, baseball, until we can get the blacks out of all of our sports. That's when we took our country back. All right,
it's just hilarious.
They're taking all the good sports.
They right, he been working on that bitch. Just so funny because like they said, Corinne Jean-Pierre, the last press secretary, she was a DEI because she was black, even though she's far more credentialed than Caroline Levitt, who just graduated and then got to be press secretary. She ain't do shit.
It's fucking crazy.
She didn't do shit.
Nothing.
Caroline Levitt's resume is not extensive for 28. I'm sorry.
Hey, well, that's not. You can't say she didn't do shit. She got terrible lip filler.
Yeah,
she did something.
She did do something. She aged herself pretty well, pretty convincingly. She aged herself convincingly. Kudos.
Anyway, look, there was another part of this video where he claimed that ABBA was biased. I wanted to play that a little bit because I don't remember why he accused.
It might be at like the 50-minute mark.
I don't know. I think Watts got it, right?
Yeah, it's at the 36-minute mark. I wanted to play a little bit of that.
I was watching this at like 3 a.m, so I possibly missed it.
Oh no, you're good.
Shit,
This is why I was air punching Ghost Jew, because I was at work at 3 a.m.
So, Jew, just for context,
A hotel.
Random works at a hotel that is haunted. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember from y'all live stream.
I'll come back to that after. Yeah. So when you say this is a very liberal take after like watching a good like 10 minutes of our video, and you feel like what we're saying when we're saying, hey, both got sides engaged in political
liberals.
There's a lot of this happening right now. Why do you feel like this is a very liberal bias take?
I mean, it kind of goes to what I was saying initially,
That
where
nigga's sweating, boy.
it was like minimizing the effects of Charlie's tragedy and bringing up other examples to compare it to. And I can't remember.
Okay. Just to come back to that, let's say if we could contextualize it, or we couldn't do it the way we want, talk about other political violence. What would you have preferred? Do you prefer that everybody who talks about Charlie's death talks about it in a vacuum and they just talk about him dying? Like, because you didn't like the fact that we talked about like all the other deaths and all that stuff, and that's fine. But like, what would you have preferred?
If in that video, if I understood it as you contextualizing it, I wouldn't have a disagreement with you.
Okay.
I just felt like it was a way to minimize what happened to Kirk.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys saw Abba and Preach's video talking about Charlie Kirk, but it was pretty clear.
Yeah.
That's okay. All right. Just making sure. That's why I'm confused.
He wanted to fight on something.
Mm-hmm. So my thing about this specific part, and I think this was like the longest part of my video actually, is and Abba and Preach were just talking about like political murders. You know,
right.
I was talking about black people that got killed, that got laughed at for years. So you go back to Trayvon Martin, like them doing the Skittles challenge. Keep in mind that they made George Zimmerman a celebrity. They made that man rich, and he was signing Skittles. He was signing his autograph on Skittles. They literally had the Trayvon challenge where they laid on the ground. They had bloodstained Skittles, Snapple in their hands. Then you go to George Floyd. They have been dragging that man for 5 years now. If you go on X, if you go on Twitter, you will see AI George Floyd, KFC outfits, everything. And it's like, how can y'all
I be seeing the George Floyd jokes. Yep.
Yeah,
and I guarantee you, we won't be thinking about Charlie. We ain't gonna be thinking about Charlie Kirk in 5 years. We're not.
Exactly.
No, absolutely not.
Can you do that for a decade and then demand a civil war when people aren't mourning for the loss of somebody that they viewed as racist? That blows my mind. It blows my mind.
It just shows how if I ever wanted to say there was a Matrix, this is exposing it. Like y'all, we don't really buy into this Matrix shit, but if there is a Matrix or a form of it, this is it. Because for y'all to sit here and pretend like the norm for us is to celebrate death and ignore.
Fuck that. Evil.
Yeah, because it's not just it's not celebrate death. It's not even just even Hulk Hogan. It was kind of like we was like, fuck. Y'all didn't have no comeback because I guess he didn't mean as much. Y'all took a random civilian and made fun of them for dying unjustly. I think that's far more egregious than people with a presence out here demonizing minorities and shit like that. Just outright advocating for policies that hurt others and shit like that. That's who we like. Well, fuck them. But random, just simply because they're black. At this point, it's because they're black. You're upset. You're making fun of their death because they're black, pretty much. Because even
Absolutely.
if George Floyd was white, they wouldn't make fun of him. Even if they thought it was unjust, they wouldn't make jokes about George Floyd. They wouldn't. If George Floyd was white, they would not make jokes, even if they felt it was unjust.
Not just jokes, but that man can't even rest in peace because they will not admit that a knee in his back killed him. They keep saying fentanyl, just the same shit that Kanye was saying. It's just, it's ridiculous. And the fact that you can get so butthurt when the public as a whole refuses to honor this man is ridiculous to me. And the fact that Stevie is on here crying about this for an hour is crazy.
And do you know which part I also find annoying? I find it really annoying. First of all, when it comes to George Floyd, for some reason, like a lot of individuals on the right, they said George Floyd is your hero. Like, when the fuck did we ever say he's our hero?
It's a very, now when I say a small sect, there was a very, I'm not going to sit here and act like it didn't exist. There were people trying to pretend like he was some outstanding person, but that's
genuinely
negligible.
did not see that.
I didn't either.
It had to be very small.
But to be fair, bro, you have to go.
The dude was outside of the corner store bumming cigarettes. No disrespect. He was just a person living a life that got murdered by police on camera at a time when everybody was home and could see it. That's what happened. That's all it was. He was not Martin Luther King Jr. I don't know why they think that's the case.
Yeah, they keep lying and pretending like we're saying that he's MLK or something, and no, it was unjust. To be fair, I'm gonna be 100. This might be a hot take, maybe not. It shouldn't be. Philando Castile probably should have been what George Floyd was. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah. But it wasn't caught on camera. You couldn't hear him talking to that.
We only saw that. I thought it was on camera, or we only saw after.
We saw the after part of it.
Yeah. That's what I thought. So
I think George Floyd was like the first, like from start to finish, from the start of the altercation to the end of it. We got to see what happened. And again, it's at a time that was at the beginning of the pandemic, right? So I think everybody was home.
Yep, the beginning.
Yep.
Yeah, and then that added to it too. The being at home and everybody just was not being themselves, I would say, I guess. Especially probably if you're not doing well, you're not yourself, probably. If you already was in a bad position in life, maybe, it's just a lot of factors in that.
I'm sorry to keep interrupting, Watts. I know we gotta actually review the video.
No, you're straight. You're straight. This is honestly why.
So far. Hour
No, we're good. Damn it, there is another point that I wanted to bring up with this. I'm gonna let it play a little more. Maybe it'll come back to me. Hold on.
People can say whatever they want to say. I watched you, I follow you, and I was just surprised by the tape.
Okay. I feel like you got a lot of right-wing bias. I feel like you call and when
I do.
Yeah.
I can agree with you.
For him to admit that is crazy.
Video, you said that you feel
it's
like
worse than that, though.
Is the emotionally driven side. Do you feel like the right is more logical? You said the left is more emotional, so I feel like you think the right is more logical.
Yeah, I'd agree with that tape.
You don't feel like the right engages in a lot of hysteria or a lot of emotionality?
Yeah, they do.
So then what the fuck? See, he keeps contradicting what he's saying. So like, this is the part I think, Random, this is where I was with you at this point. This is where I was fighting because he keeps fucking contradicting himself. Okay, like you cannot say that the right is the most logical side, but agree that they also like partake in like hysteria and get emotional. Like, I don't understand. You're contradicting yourself.
Well, he specified it, I think, with just about the Charlie Kirk thing. After that happened, the hysteria. I don't think he was saying that in general. I could be wrong though.
He asked him. He
did?
Yeah, he specifically asked him.
Driven side. Do you feel like the right is more logical? You said the left is more emotional.
The fact he had to think about it.
He had to think about it. I was going to say, realize he had to think about it.
So you don't feel like the right engages in a lot of hysteria or a lot of emotionality?
Yeah, they do.
Do you feel?
I think a valid.
He's thinking in real. He has to think about these
label.
things.
It's like you see the gears spinning at the top of his head.
Dude, I see buffering all day long.
There's much more nuances and
This
different
is
ways
all
that the left
happening right
operates,
now.
man.
of
Outside
it.
of like racism and
Real time.
racism.
He ain't thought about none of this.
The right gets
Niggas buffering.
crazy.
He hasn't thought about any of
like,
this. He just said it.
transphobia or whatnot, man. But there's just lots of spectrums to perspectives and different ways of looking at life and mental health type of things that derive mentally and emotionally from the left, which is propagated mostly on. I mean, all I see is on social media, bro. That doesn't appear as much on the right. It's usually like, a nationalist or some white supremacist or, some anti-gay that's out here.
He's scrambling, guys.
Yeah.
There's a different, pause it. There's a difference in when you're trying to find correct words, because I know sometimes when you're, especially in a debate, when you want to find a word so nobody can mischaracterize what you're saying, you want to find a correct word, and that may take time. This man is thinking about entire concepts right now. He has no idea what he's trying to say and is trying to make it make sense so he doesn't look bad. Period.
And you know what? I have to give kudos to Abba right here, because if this was me in this debate, I would have stopped. It would have been very quiet, and I would have been like, "What the fuck did you even just say?"
He was being nice to that nigga, bro. Abba was being so nice. I'm telling you, he was being nice, because I was like,
I said that at the end of my video. Yeah. I said he did not go halfway as hard as he could. Like,
it was because at that point it would have been kicking a dead animal, because it's just so obvious that he just had no idea what he was walking into. And I feel like for you to, as much as he covers Abba and Preach, because he says he likes him, he should have came more prepared. I seen people, now I'm not putting this on Stevie, but people in the Abba chat making fun of him like, Abba got notes. Sorry, he came to have a fucking discussion about his video and he can't remember everything Stevie says verbatim by his brain. I'm sorry. Abba got notes.
Abba's bringing
bro, what's wrong?
Abba has facts.
I was looking at this chat because I was so curious. I'm like, what is Stevie chat saying? Because this looks bad. And they was glazing the fuck out of him, sending him super chats as if he was going to read it. So it was just like, oh God. But yeah. So in real time, he's trying to put together entire concepts in real time that he has not put real thought into. And it's just sad to see that you would do that. Especially on some
you ever have a conversation with somebody? Yeah, you ever have a conversation with somebody you've never met before? You're like at a mixer and you're just trying to make some shit up just so you can get the time to pass by. That's basically what he was doing. He has no idea what he's talking about. He is just literally just pulling shit out. Like he's ripping out a tapeworm at this point in time, because like that's all he's yanking at. There ain't shit else coming out. Like he is reaching. I'm telling you, at some point in time, he's going to just start pulling his insides out.
Yeah, it was a lot of reaches.
Oh, fuck. This man said he had an RFK tapeworm in his head. Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of conversations as far as gender dysphoria. That's a mentally emotional type of conversation that is very relevant. The whole LGBTQ thing. You get children.
Oh, he pulling everything, boy.
Much more
my God.
The right wing is much simple. It's
much
more
simple,
based on traditions and values, and then you got motherfuckers that are super traditional and super values, and that's when it gets hateful.
Yeah. He thinks complexity.
You can tell Abba was like, what the fuck? I gotta figure out how I'm gonna respond to this.
Imagine thinking complexity is necessarily a bad thing. Like
complexity and diversity. Yeah. And the fact that he talked about the left for 10 minutes and went on basically describing different levels and spectrums of diversity. And the only thing he said about the right is, yeah, they're logical, they're a little racist and a little traditional, but that's it. That's what you're good with, Stevie? You're just good with the racism? It's cool? Like,
you can't be logical but also be racist. It doesn't make any sense.
Like racism isn't it like a clear factor of being uneducated or uninformed? Or...
Yeah, absolutely.
Educated, fearful, and emotional, because the whole point of racism is you think you're better than somebody based on skin color, based on something that nobody can change. And you know, it was a quote. I forgot who said the quote, but basically, if you can convince a white poor person that they're better than a rich black person, then you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And some of them think that. Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That was my quote. I'm taking
See,
full
boom.
credit.
Taking credit.
Do you think that traditions and values are logic based?
Oh, that's a great question.
Oh, he's fucked here. Excuse my language, Mom.
It's a twofold. Some of it is based on religion, but then like you can apply logic to it. You know what I mean? Because it's been a tradition because something has worked for so long, right? So if it's working, we built this logic to know it works this way. We sustained the quality of life for this long, so we know based on our tradition that this thing works. And then when we take take tradition and values away, we have this mess we're in right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'd fundamentally disagree with that. People have done some things for thousands of years, from human sacrifices to all kinds of really fucked up traditions. And
I mean, I'm focusing here in America. I mean, there's no perfect way of doing things, bro. But
we can stop this section here. But whether he's talking about it doesn't matter. Like, when you are talking about traditions, just because something is tradition, that doesn't mean it's fucking logical. What are we talking about?
I just can't go back to how lost this man is. I mean, Stevie is so lost in this conversation. This is when his intelligence level has been peaked. Like, he can no longer go any further. Like, he is maxed out as far as his stats go in this conversation. He's done. And that's the thing is now he's hitting the point where he's just making up shit. It's funny to really watch it again in real time, because I mean, the man is really scrambling and struggling to figure out like who he is, what he believes in, what his internal principles are. He doesn't know shit about himself, and that's what's getting exposed in this conversation. It seems it's like you see him really scrambling to be like, damn, do I really believe in faith? Is this really logical based? What's going on here? Like, who am I? I mean, he's really struggling.
Who am I? It's crazy. Also, I think Abba made this point somewhere in this section, but one can argue that faith itself, and this is coming from somebody that considers himself a Christian, like I consider myself a Christian, faith itself could be deemed as illogical in a lot of different ways, in a lot of different facets. So
Yeah.
what are you talking about? What are we talking? And I can admit this. I can admit this because I mean, at the end of the day, I do believe there is a God, but I cannot. It's not logical to necessarily think that. You know what I'm saying? But I can admit that. Why can't you? Just say, and faith is logical just because it's been around for a long time. It's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard before in my life.
Yeah, that made no sense.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that 100%. I think the bigger thing to me that stuck out to me was tradition. You know, slavery was a tradition that
Sure was.
for hundreds of years. And there's nothing right about slavery. There's nothing correct about dehumanizing and exploiting somebody, a whole culture, a whole race of people, just because you can. So for him to say that tradition is logical and you have to keep doing it because it worked in the past is fucking ridiculous. It's just a horrible point to make. And even, you know, you can go to the religion thing. It's some people that specifically don't believe in Christianity just because Christianity was used to keep enslaved people under slave owners' thumb. You get what I'm saying? Like, his whole argument is flawed, like incredibly flawed in so many ways. It's crazy.
Hey
Okay,
guys,
go ahead.
hold up real quick. Whenever y'all go to a Bojangles, make sure you sit in the back. It's tradition. it's tradition.
Bojangles is bogus as hell.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, I'm trying to think that threw me off. I'm trying to think what I was even going to say. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Man, I forgot. It really threw me off when you said that.
Sorry.
It has something to do something similar to that, but damn, I don't know. That's a lot.
Gosh.
Damn it, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. That was way worth it. That was way more worth it.
Say Stevie throughout this debate, every single topic that we've talked about so far, we've only watched fucking probably what 20 minutes out of the debate in little snippets. Every
Yeah.
single part of this debate that we've watched, he hasn't had a personal principle to stand on to actually debate Abba
Yeah,
with.
that's.
You get what I'm
Was
saying?
there
Not one.
one? Did he take a hard?
One.
Okay. Would you consider the hard? I don't even know if this is really a hard stance because he didn't define what was evil, but he like evil versus good. He didn't ever say what's considered evil, because we could say it's evil to the 10-year-old child thing or the not feeding children thing. We could say that's evil.
He did say what's considered evil. He
What'd he say?
said what's considered evil is people celebrating Charlie Kirk's
Oh,
death.
yeah.
And my argument to that is, did you call the right evil when they celebrated George Floyd or Trayvon Martin's death? But he didn't. So even that is skewed. You
Yep.
get what I'm saying? Like he has nothing to
Mhm.
stand on.
Yeah.
The reason why he has nothing to stand on is because he says later in this interview that he's never seen any of that shit. He acted like that it never existed. Remember, he was like, "Oh no, I've never seen any of those clips of Trayvon Martin or any of the people out there doing the George Floyd challenge." He never seen
He
any of
did
that
say that.
somehow, which is complete BS because he's online all the time. Also, I remember the point I was going to make, and it was just simply, these guys are always talking about traditional times, going back to old tradition, going back to the way things used to be. There is no time period where black people have it good except for now. Like, I don't know why we keep wanting to go backwards.
Yeah.
Like, every time people talk about, I want to go live in the medieval times. No, the hell you don't. I'm telling you, you want to live now. I mean, there is no time period. I remember they used to ask that bullshit back in school. Which time period would everybody like to live in again if we could? And I always said today, because there is no other time that is actually freaking good for us. We lose the further back we go in time.
And you know what's funny? You would think that they would say that, but we're on the left and say that. Like, we're like, yeah, like, I'll admit, like, yes, this is the best black people ever had it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna pretend like it's not. But then the black
MAGA
conservatives
cast,
like,
forget,
man, it was better back in the 1940s. Like, what the fuck?
Fucking
Yeah,
ridiculous.
or our ass is supposed to get off the sidewalk if a white person was coming. It was like, no, move, nigga. It's like, damn, like, really? I mean, come on, how's that better? I just don't understand.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know what? You said that, and you're right. You're absolutely right. There isn't a better time for black people to live than now. I mean, if I had to pick, the furthest back I would go is, I guess, the 80s or the 70s, but even then, that's not even
because let's say prior to the burning of it, would we want to be black at Black Wall Street or living there? Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, because
exactly.
Because if you step outside of Black Wall Street, outside of Tulsa, outside of those city limits, if you step outside of Rosewood, boom, it's
exactly.
Still
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
I'm
unless you live
can get
there,
lynched for being black.
I'm okay. Yeah,
you gotta be right there
I'm
at that
actually
point
all
in time, and then it burns down. Like,
No, I'm good. Matter of fact, Random University, I know you wanted to talk about the whole good versus evil part of this video.
We kind of went through it some. I just feel like it's
Yeah.
the biggest hope for these people who have no stance on what side they want to be on. So like every time, like, you don't want to take a hard stance on saying, well, I'm actually alt-right, or I believe in the Republicans, or I'm actually secretly MAGA. They just say it's good versus evil. That's their biggest cope. That's how they mask their real feelings. And they act like they're not like, oh, I can't stand anybody on the left and the blue heart, like the blue hair, blonde-eyed people. I can't trust any of it. Like, they just use it as a cope. And that's kind of my biggest thing when it comes to the good versus evil debate.
You're absolutely right. And what really pissed me off with this debate in particular, when he said this is good versus evil, at one point he could not directly say who was good and who was evil.
Mhm.
And I looked at that Stevie Knight video where he was talking about Charlie Kirk.
Mhm.
He was like, it was obvious that he was saying that the left was evil. It was obvious that he was saying he said there's no talking with these people.
Mhm.
When he was about to cry, he was like, yeah, there's no talking. It's a civil war. They're evil. But he could not say the left is evil. Like, bro, I would rather you just say it. Don't be a little bitch about it. Just fucking say it.
He was like,
Just
he was gonna
say
let
it.
Trump handle his lightweight. He was gonna let Trump-
And watch
Go
to your
ahead.
point, like, I'm just the type of person that I don't agree with everybody, right? If I don't agree with you, I don't agree with you. But I would
Right.
respect you for standing 10 toes down on what you believe. Like,
Yeah.
we don't gotta agree, but it's like, if I know where
Mhm.
you stand, you don't like black people, cool, respect. Like, we can stay
Mhm.
out of each other's space. But I'm not gonna argue
Glad I
with you
know.
about You know what I'm saying? So like that's where Stevie just comes off like a slime ball to me. Like you're either uneducated, really ignorant, or just a fucking grifter. Like
See, I think it was in your video, Jew, where you talked about like back in the day, obviously like KKK member leaders, they would meet with black leaders and they could agree to disagree. We both hate each other,
Yep.
but we could at least just move on and not kill each other. At some point in time, you go
Yep.
be racist over there and I'll hate you over here. And that's okay.
Yep.
But some of these people like Stevie, they just can't, they just ride the fence the entire time. They take no real stances. Like that's the part that kills me the
He
most.
just
But
seemed
like
like-
you can't have this discourse.
It's like he's the house nigga that will like creep out at night and then like go serve the KKK with some cake and then like come back and be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's just so annoying. Like
Can't
if you
stand
be like,
those white hooded
and you know what?
bastards.
Prior and like Drew said, prior to this video, if somebody said, "Would you rather debate Stevie or Myron?" I would be like, Stevie, probably a little bit more
Stevie.
reasonable.
Stevie.
At this
Stevie.
point, I'd rather
Oh,
debate
God,
Myron because I can actually
Stevie.
debate you on something you actually stand on. Because Stevie,
it's hard
to bear.
that's why it's so infuriating watching Stevie. It's like, bro, you aren't copping to a damn thing. And Abba keeps trying to understand you. He's trying to have a conversation with you so y'all can figure out where you actually disagree and talk about it or move on as Abba kept trying to do. We're going to agree to disagree. He said that after the damn debate. And you just won't stand on shit.
What's
be
the goal
fair-
of the debate?
That's what I was about to say. If I want to just look good and I like I want
True.
to debate somebody, I would debate Stevie in that
Yeah,
case.
if you want to
Easy.
just shit on
Easy.
somebody, yeah.
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 But
Mhm.
I mean, if I like God, because people ask me, how come you don't debate Myron? Like Myron is gonna fucking pay attention to me.
Why do they
first
say
of all.
that to the smaller creator as if we
I
have
don't
that
know.
choice?
I don't know.
They say
I
that
don't
to me
have
like,
his phone number, bro.
Go debate Charlie Kirk. That's not up to me. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
I'm sorry
But-
if I cut you off.
Oh no, you're fine. Well, but I think Random was about to make the same point. It just depends on like what is the goal of the debate. In a lot of instances,
I mean, an actual good conversation is what I meant.
fair.
I'm not sure I remember coherently the part that you were just clicking on about the evil versus evil, or what was evil.
Evil versus good.
What was Stevie actually saying at that point?
I think at this point he was trying to say that the people that were celebrating Charlie Kirk's death, they were the evil ones. I think in this debate, that's what he was
said.
trying to
That's
say.
what he said.
However, in the video that he made, he was painting it out to be that the individuals on the left in general.
Oh, you meant Stevie?
were the
I
evil
thought you meant
ones.
Stephen Miller.
No,
Oh,
so,
no.
so
Stevie.
Miller.
no.
okay, wait. Which Stevie video? He made so many. So which one are you talking about?
I was talking about
when
this debate.
Charlie Kirk, I was talking about the one when Charlie Kirk initially, like when he first died, and Stevie made that video.
Yeah.
When he made that video,
I did watch that one. And you say you feel like he said
What-
the left.
yeah, he didn't say it directly,
Yeah.
but you can watch the video and you knew what the fuck.
I might
he
have to
meant.
go back because I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know if I got that vibe. I don't know.
Let
I might
me
have to go
see.
back.
So even that for me, even that point for me, right? And I feel like it's just fair to say if you want to say that people that celebrated Charlie Kirk's death is evil, completely agree. That's fine. You can have that. But you also have to give that same assessment to all the people on the right that celebrated black people getting killed by police. And we have it on video. We have Instagrams, we have Twitters, we have people dressing up in costumes. You just have to give that same energy. That's my whole beef. If you want to say celebrating death is evil, cool. But you can't say these people that celebrated death is evil. Oh, but I didn't see this, so it don't count. Like that's ridiculous to me.
I guess in his brain, he was so hyper focused on it was on camera, and it was like, bro, like I get what he was trying to say, but that's not the real issue at heart right now. And like you said, Drew, it's like you think it's evil to celebrate death, cool, but you're hyper focused on Charlie Kirk when there's more reason to be. Hear me out, anybody, wherever you lie. There's more reason to understand why people was celebrating Charlie Kirk's death, even if you disagree. Then there's understanding for people to celebrate and make fun of Trayvon's death because.
Right. And on top of that, he kept getting mad. And his main point for his video was he felt like Charlie Kirk's death was being discounted because Abba brought up points of other people dying. And it's like you have to put those things in context for that conversation to even happen. Like somebody, that didn't happen in a vacuum. So to be mad that it's brought in a general conversation is just.
And notice he was waffling between talking about he was first of all, he's talking to Abba about what his video represented. When Abba was explaining it to him, he then said, "That's not what I'm talking about." But you're approaching Abba about his video. And he's telling you what his video was meant to do, and you're like, "That's not what I'm talking about." Well, make your own fucking video. Abba didn't respond to you. You responded to Abba, and he's explaining to you his goal, and you're like, "I ain't take it like that." Well, that's a you problem, Stevie, because I knew Abba was like, Abba was trying to talk about the bigger picture of why Charlie Kirk died. He ain't talking about just Charlie Kirk's death because it's sad. That's not what this video was about. He's like, this is how the fuck we got here. I'm not shocked, and it needs to stop. How you didn't get that, I guarantee you 98% of his watchers understood exactly what was happening.
1,000%.
Yeah. Agreed.
1,000%. While you were talking, I was trying to see if I could find the video. I could not find it because he has multiple channels.
Because he has so many, right? Yeah, he got like 10, right?
Yeah,
I know.
It honestly gets confusing. So if I find it later, I'm gonna send it to you.
Maybe
and
the
I want
first
you
one
between Night Talk and Stevie Night.
Watts, what's your chat talking about?
Hold up, let me see.
Shit, talking, boy.
Oh,
This
yeah,
nigga held over 130 people this whole stream, bro. Shout out to fucking Watts community, bro.
Yeah, what you mean?
Yeah,
Shout
real.
out to all of us, man. I mean,
I'm doing bigger numbers too. I'm doing bigger numbers too.
This is big things for me.
I'm doing bigger numbers too.
This is
but
real
yeah,
good.
I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to the 150 people that are in here.
Yeah, bro.
Jesus.
150 and bro, you've held over 140 this whole time, bro.
Yeah, it's been strong.
Good Lord.
Because we got the celebrity Jew in here.
Right?
No, absolutely not.
Drew put it. Nah, nigga, absolutely. Nah, I love my nigga Watts, but Drew, you carrying a lot of weight right now.
For sure. For sure. Look, I put your name in there in the title, bro.
You doing it for me too, nigga.
Yeah, look, because I'll average.
It is a team effort.
Look, I'm just saying, I'll average like 70, like usually. There's 150 people in here, bro. I ain't got no problem giving credit where credit is due.
My average is 7.
We in here together. What is it? A rising tide lifts all ships. That's all.
I'm laughing at random. I'm laughing at random, laughing at me, but don't want to sound disrespectful.
Hey, I'm sorry. I just want to point out this name. I just want to point out this name in your chat.
Autism Obama?
The name is Autism Obama.
Hey, you cannot be upset at him. All right, he took Tylenol. He took Tylenol.
Wait,
that's why his name is Autism Obama. No, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is, but that's hilarious. I've been laughing at it this whole time.
Okay, I guess that's what Drew was trying to address. I don't know what he said.
Yeah.
I saw him, but I didn't. I saw him saying some bullshit.
Oh man, look, real quick. I guess while we talking about the chat, I might as well just read off these super chats that I got. Shout out to Taurine Rain, man. Yeah, Taurine said, I knew something was off with Stevie when he gave one of the most cringe sinners reviews I have ever heard. I felt like I was leaking brain matter listening to that film.
I reviewed that, Taurine. If you ain't seen it, go watch my. Yeah. That's one of my most popular videos on my channel, actually. My Stevie Night coverage of his Sinners review.
He also said Stevie was dressed like he just came from the Cowboy Carter concert. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the $10 and the $5. And he sent another $10 too. Damn, shout out to you, bro. The irony is Charlie Kirk and George Floyd were born the same day. I just recently found that out.
Did I tell you that, Watts? Did I send that to you?
Nah,
I think
I just
told
recently
my family.
found that out.
I think I said that to my family. I was like, these things was born on the same day. That shit crazy.
He said both were taken out by white men, both neck wounds on the same side, and it was nationally seen.
MAGA is not going to get the the recognition day that they think they're going to get.
No, yo, hey, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. If they actually do that shit, let's say George Floyd Remembrance Day. It's his birthday. I'm sorry, I'm doing it.
It's gonna be like another Juneteenth.
I'm gonna do it. If they do it, I'm gonna do it. Wait, sorry, Watts. Before you go on, is this supposed to be a singular day or every year?
every year.
Are you sure? That's
Yeah,
the
that's
goal?
what they
I
said.
think it's every year.
Oh, hell no, bro.
He said, "Oh hell no."
Oh, hell no, bro. Well, every day we're going to celebrate George Floyd's birthday. I don't give a fuck. We need to tell.
For
Hey,
sure.
No, dead ass. I swear to God, if they talk about this shit, y'all, we need to make a movement to remember we're going to make it George Floyd's birthday. Fuck that. I'm dead ass.
Well,
I'm
according to the
dead ass.
alt-right,
No,
every day.
1000%.
I'm dead ass. Y'all
1000%.
not finna have me celebrating Charlie Kirk's birthday every year.
No. Matter of fact, nigga, I will go to work. I'm not taking off. I'll go straight to work.
He did
I
that
don't-
shit
I don't
on
want the holiday.
Juneteenth. You saw that, right?
He did.
He was like,
Yeah,
it's a work
he
day. I don't care. Everybody go to work. I'm going to work. It's not a holiday. Like, you went out of
Okay.
your way to be antagonistic to black people, bro. Take the day off. If they had I swear to God, if they had a white history day, I would be like, hey, it's a day off from work. Fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know,
Nobody
Bobby,
should
just
work.
what you said, like that again. That's my whole issue with all of this stuff, right? People just can't admit. I would respect everybody if they just admitted that Charlie Kirk was antagonistic to black people.
Mhm.
He had anti-black narratives. He skewed points and facts and data points into whatever narrative he was trying to pitch against black people. If white people, or not white, if the right could just say that, I would respect it so much. Like, yeah, he ain't fuck with black people, but we fuck with him. Then it'll be like, okay, cool,
Okay.
respect.
Yep.
At least we know.
Want to lie. Yeah,
Yes.
because they want to lie and say everything is taken out of context. That is my biggest issue with them. And that's why Stevie just looks like a fucking douche. He does. He does.
There's no other way to put it besides
Yeah.
that's bad when all you got is, bro. He looks like a fucking douche. Oh my gosh. Hey, real quick, shout out to Big Weeb Sauce for the $5 super chat. They said, I don't think I need to listen to 2 hours context of Charlie just trying. I'm sorry. Like
Big
I
Weeb
Too many
yo,
typos.
Big Weed Sauce. You need the context to understand.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Big Weed Sauce?
Oh, I see now. Okay. He said, I don't think I need to listen to 2 hours of context of Charlie Kirk's justifying his daughter getting raped.
Yeah,
What
that's a
Charlie
crazy
said was
typo.
wrong. Yeah, it's
Good Lord.
bro. I really, to be fair though, I don't know if you ever sent a super chat, but for some reason, like the autocorrect doesn't work. Like it's really weird.
weird,
So I don't judge anybody. And the last one was Albert's Choice with the $20 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. He said, "Damn, I came late. Shout out to Kilowatts and Logics."
Yo,
They
shout out
used
to
call me
Albert.
that
Hey,
in high
man,
school.
hey, shout out to Albert, bro. You be funding my life
Albert
on
the goat.
YouTube, bro.
Albert the
Albert
goat,
is
man.
different, man. Like you different, bro. I appreciate you. I
Yeah.
can't even explain it, man. You different, man.
Right. Yeah,
Straight up.
Albert is dope. Man.
Albert is
Look,
different.
So real
No,
quick,
I'm sorry. This
Go
is
ahead.
my last interruption. I promise.
You
On
good.
on White History Month, I'm not seasoning my food and I'm practicing gentle parenting.
You are lying.
He said I'm practicing gentle parenting. I'm practicing gentle parenting.
Hey, dog, unseasoned chicken is crazy.
Man, hey,
Oh,
listen,
God.
guys, seriously,
Bro.
on a serious note, I just want to make sure that everybody, every morning, make sure that you get up and you pray to your George Floyd mural every day.
Oh,
Because that
Jesus
is what we're
Christ.
supposed to do as black folks.
Hey,
Because that's what the alt-right believes. Is
right,
that
they
we worship
believe it.
George Floyd
They
to
really-
the point
it's-
of religion.
Man, that's so crazy. Because y'all, that's the thing. We never deified George Floyd. It was just wrong. You know, what I'm
It was
saying?
just
It
wrong.
was wrong.
Yeah, it just,
Bro,
Oh,
we just said it
oh
was
my
bad.
It was bad, exactly. But in
Yo,
all
did-
seriousness, my chat, watch chat, Jews viewers in here, randoms viewers in here, if Charlie Kirk birthday is a
For
day
sure,
of
random.
remembrance every year, we are celebrating George Floyd's birthday. I'm dead serious
Yes.
about that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Dead
Cool with it.
fucking
I'm
Yes.
cool with it.
You know
Hell
that's
yeah,
supposed to
I'll-
get flipped anyway.
You said what?
Yeah, probably.
The tradition is that blacks and whites are going to fight every day on that holiday.
On that
It's
day,
because
yeah,
it's so
yeah.
divided between George Floyd and Charlie Kirk. We're just going to be racially
know what?
divided,
We
and we're
kinda
going to
are-
make sure we fight each other that day.
We kind of
But you know-
already
you know
win
what's
because
crazy?
they have the same birthday.
I was just gonna say, as crazy as this sounds, right? Like at heart, I'm an optimist.
Uh-huh.
I firmly believe
Same.
Oh,
that
another one.
there is. I firmly believe that there is a group of people that voted for Trump specifically for economic reasons, right? Like, and that
Yeah.
group of people
Because they was misguided.
bought into whatever misguided business guru bring the country back, we're struggling right now rhetoric that there was, and that they're not fucking MAGA Nazis.
I agree.
And that if we do have fair and balanced elections, midterms next year, if those still exist, I do believe that it's a strong possibility to sweep the House and the Senate. And
no,
if
yeah,
that
yeah.
happens, that
If
at
it's
least
fair,
puts
yeah.
the brakes on some of this, and
Yeah.
that maybe we can get an election in 2028. And I also think it's insane that MAGA, that the right is fully for Trump running in 2028. Like the Constitution
won't be
goes
mad
out
at
the
it.
window when it comes to any of
They
this.
won't be mad at it.
They have hats. They have hats. They have Trump 2028 hats.
Dude,
To
the
be-
Project 2025 has been enacted. Like it's going on actively as we speak.
They won't be mad
Yep,
at
right.
it, not one bit.
To be fair, I think Trump did say that he wasn't going to run again. So
He won't have to.
Trump
They're just going to
also-
give him the
Trump
office as
also
long as he's
said-
still alive.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think he's gonna make it.
Oh
But
no,
the-
no,
the
no,
thing
absolutely
is-
not. Them hands,
The thing
bro.
is, the people that you have to watch out for, right, are the people that say something and then they're doing something else behind the scenes. So he came saying he was going to drop the Epstein list. He was going to be an advocate for free speech, and he's done
True.
the complete opposite of everything that he said he was going to do.
Very
So
true.
it's kind of like you have to watch the people that say these things because they're just doing something different behind the scenes. So if he's saying he's not going to run, you bet your ass he's going to, if he's still alive, he's going to run in 2028.
If he tries to, though, he's gonna
that skin
ruin what,
disease don't get him.
if he does try to run in 2028, if it doesn't work, he's just gonna hurt whoever can run. I think that would just do more damage to their party. Even though I know the Republicans are fucked after Trump because the way they're acting, you can't go from MAGA to just a standard Republican.
You can't walk it back.
No.
You
Yep.
can't
And
walk it
then
back.
and whoever you try to get to try to act like they're Trump is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? You can't manufacture a Beyonce. You can't do that.
But here's the problem. And I know this isn't a full political conversation because we still have like debate to watch. But here's the problem. And here's my problem with Democrats. They're pussies. And can you tell me who the Democratic leader is right now? Can you tell me who the front runner is right now? Because I can't.
Gavin is
They're
Gavin.
Gavin Newsom. That's the
Gavin.
only person. Gavin.
No,
Gavin.
no, we're people with common sense are
There
saying
is
Gavin
no
Newsom.
front runner.
Have you heard the Democratic Party support Gavin Newsom?
That's fair. Not really.
There
But
is no
we're
front runner.
we're really too soon to be thinking about it though. This is the first. We ain't even
Lies.
1 year into
Absolutely
Trump.
lies. We
No, you got to
waited-
think
we
about it
waited-
now.
We waited 3 months to get a Democratic presidential.
Well, that's because Biden
nominee
bitch
this
ass
time.
did that shit to us.
I just
Biden
feel
fucked
like
us
at least
over.
right now. I feel like at least right now, if you were strategic and you were wise, and this was 48 Laws of Power or Game of Thrones, you would be softly positioning somebody to be a front runner that would have a voice for the Democratic Party where everybody could just get behind them and know that's what it is. But as of right now, it's just fucked. That's why I'm independent. I don't fuck.
No, I hear you. I mean, honestly, bro, I think that's what's happening with Gavin right now. I think they're
Yeah,
positioning Gavin to run for president. I think that's what's happening right now. And of course, they can't be like
I hope so.
Gavin's running for president because that gives them 4 years to attack him. So I think they're just trying to put him in position right now. To be honest.
I agree. If they are smart, they would lean more into Gavin Newsom. I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
I
he's
can't help but
literally
keep
the
thinking
one
about
that's
when Jew
standing
was
up.
mentioning that skin disease. That all I keep thinking about is the sensei from Demon Slayer still running for president in like 2028 because the motherfucker is like his entire skin has been completely consumed. He's dying. It's like he can't run anymore. But it's like, no, I'm still gonna try to run for office, and he's completely just comatose. That's gonna be Trump. Oh,
100%.
Man, no, I,
I mean,
ain't gonna lie. I
if
don't.
we didn't catch Biden slipping,
Yeah.
if we didn't catch Biden slipping in full demencia, like shaking hands with ghosts, they definitely would have ran him again. Like hands down.
I'm not even trying to be like. I'm not even trying to be funny. I don't think Trump gonna make it 4 years. I don't think he's gonna make it 4 years.
consumed from the skin disease.
Hey,
Dude.
Biden made it literally by the hair on his head, like a strand of hair. Like you barely got
How
out
old
of that
is Trump?
bitch.
Is he's 70 what?
I think
Trump
he's
is
89. I'm just kidding. No, he's
Don't know.
70.
Pushing 80. I don't know.
He's
Pushing
80, I think.
Let's see, Donald Trump.
He's
hey.
living
we've
longer
seen
than the
old
average male lifespan. So
We've
he's
seen
79.
old
close.
people with bad health.
He's
make it.
79.
He's
Oh,
not,
wow, he's
bro.
79.
Bro, Trump eats McDonald's regularly. He's not making it to no fucking 84,
No,
bro.
Dude,
absolutely
no,
not.
But
guys,
so does Warren
no,
Buffett.
remember,
So does Warren
this is
Buffett. He's
about
still
good
alive.
versus evil. Evil
Warren
people
Buffett
don't
is
die.
richer than Trump, though.
Damn it, that's true.
Warren Buffett
telling
richer than
you.
Trump.
For
Oh my
some
God, I'm
reason,
sorry.
even as
I
president.
think I got
No, you're-
distracted. Did
you're
we talk
good.
about the evil versus good thing? Did we even watch that?
Okay,
clip
did
yet?
we? No, let's. You want to wrap up on that, Watts? On this evil
we
versus
can
good?
wrap up
'Cause I
on
know
it.
Watts
I don't
wanted
know.
and Jew
I don't
wants
know
it.
how much. I don't know how much of the clip we're gonna play because that's a long section.
No, you ain't gotta.
Um,
No, we. I think everybody here saw this already. We don't have to
Okay.
watch everything.
I
we just need
just-
the.
I just
we
don't
need
remember.
the. We need the
Like
inception
synopsis?
and the idea of what happened. Yeah.
Watts has
Yeah.
got more super chats.
Oh, shout out! Oh, that's Dow. Shout out
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Dow
I
for
don't
the
know if you read 'em all,
$20
yeah.
super chat. Good lord, yeah. Love this panel. Always enjoy the engagement. This is the wildest timeline we're living in. Never thought the president would come out to say acetaminophen causes autism. He couldn't even pronounce it. Again, love
He
the
couldn't.
combo. Appreciate you, bro. No, he couldn't.
Yeah.
He
nah,
couldn't.
I just made a TikTok
It's-
on that shit. Like this
I
nigga's.
saw.
Mind you, he said this in the same speech where he said the people running this country is stupid. Who running the country, sir?
Yeah.
Hold on. Where did you say in the TikTok though?
Huh? What did I say?
Yeah.
I said I played Trump's clips, and I
Okay.
responded. I said
Yeah.
Trump said the stupid people run this country. I said, damn, that's a Freudian slip. He said acetaminophen. I said acetaminophen.
I mean, so I don't know if y'all know, but so I got 4. My oldest son has autism. He was diagnosed with autism when he was 2. So my ex is a speech pathologist. So she caught it like really early. He wasn't meeting like certain milestones and all of that. So specifically for us, like he's got summits and all this different type of stuff, and we probably point and identify the most of autism. And of course, like people.
Hold up, dude. You sound like
Hold
a
on, hold on.
robot.
Yeah, hold on.
Hold up. It happened before during
That was
during
longer
the
than
live,
usual.
Let me
but
know if I'm good.
You good?
Oh, you good?
Am I
now.
good? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm in the basement. I got to get another router down here.
Oh, you
but-
straight.
So a lot of people try to identify shots. So specifically for my son Xander, after he got his 12-month shots which have heavy metals in it, he literally regressed, right? So just to hear them get on stage and promote at Charlie Kirk's memorial, oh yeah, we got the cure to autism. Yeah, you heard that? We got the cure to autism. And then for it to be fucking Tylenol, it's like, dog, really? Like
Oh,
you can't come out with anything better
New.
than that. And it's just and for anybody, you can't believe these people, this administration about anything. But for people that were really hopeful, like, okay, maybe they got something, it's kind of like a slap in the face. Like, really, dog, Tylenol's what we got?
I didn't even think about it in those terms. Yeah, if you're actively dealing with something like that and you hear something like, "Oh shit," at the very least, even if it ain't true, let it be new. Like the Tylenol shit ain't come out the fucking sky, bro. So yeah,
Right.
and I didn't even think about it in those. If you actually are dealing with that and you maybe hoping for some understanding of things, you know what I'm saying, so you can plan for the future or know what happened prior. It's just like, bro, this isn't even new information, and it's old information. Is not what you're presenting it as.
Literally,
Right.
all they said was studies have been done. Yeah, no shit. We've known that for years. You haven't come to us with anything new. We know studies have been done, and there hasn't been a study that could confidently link Tylenol to autism.
Watch that MAGA that I showed you that I be
Tylenol,
debating.
though.
He sent me a study from Johns Hopkins, like, oh, you said there's no evidence, and then I sent him the study. He sent me back where it says, by no means should you take this study to mean that Tylenol causes autism, and that's all I'm concerned with. Like, you
And
fucking
what did he
idiot.
say?
Your study, he tried to defend what he said. He just tried to defend it nonstop. He didn't care.
The thing on top of that is like Tylenol is a brand. That's like saying
Right.
Theraflu. Don't take Theraflu.
Tylenol is going to sue the fuck.
I
I hope they
sue
his
him. I
ass.
hope they
I
sue
hope
him.
him. I hope they sue him.
Yeah. Because did you see, bro? I think you was watching my stream. How the lady in the back was so blue that he kept saying Tylenol when they was like acetaminophen, and he came. Every doctor said acetaminophen. Well, doctors then RFK, so because he's not a doctor. They all said acetaminophen. Trump comes back like, yeah, so they keep saying acetaminophen. I said Tylenol. So Tylenol. Y'all know that do not fucking take Tylenol, you dumb sons of bitches. And whoa. Shout out to Albert Choice coming through with the motherfucking $20.
He went on your stream too?
Super chat. Oh, shoot. Did I just super chat earlier? Lord. My bad. Here you go, Logics. No, you didn't, but I appreciate you, my nigga, as always. Thank you, Albert.
Good Lord. Yeah, I got a couple to read too. Shout out from downtown with the $20 super chat. He said, yo, what up, fellas? Turning in late. Did I miss the Myron Gaines slander? We haven't talked. We did not even mention Myron. If I did, it's cool. He's a dub. I'll catch the next one. This wasn't even about Myron, but I appreciate the $20 super chat, bro. Kyle with the $10 super chat. Hello, gentlemen. I enjoyed the panel discussion. I never want to see anyone killed, but you reap what you sow. Always be mindful of what you do and put out into the universe. Yeah. Hey, shout out to all.
Max's quote. I've never been sad at chickens coming home to roost. Was that the quote? Something like that?
Yeah. And shout out to Autism Obama. He said, I have autism, but I only use ibuprofen, so skin crawler is wrong.
Oh my God.
Excuse me.
Yo, that name is taking me out.
Autism Obama.
Oh my God.
But anyway, man, did you guys have anything else to add about this debate in general?
I have a question for the panel actually about the debate in general. So like we know, for instance, Abba can move on from this. Like he handled himself well. He carried himself well. He talked about his points. He countered Stevie's points when they were made. My thing is, what hit do you think Stevie takes from this, or none at all? Because like Logic, you said that he was getting W's in the chat.
He was.
So does Stevie take a hit from this?
Absolutely not.
Minor. It doesn't matter. The hit he's gonna take is insignificant, especially with a 500K sub. Oh shit! Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got another super chat. Dow, thank you, Dow. Giving you some love as well. Always appreciate your content too, man. These conversations help move the topics forward. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, Dow.
Appreciate you, Dow. But yeah, I honestly, I don't think he takes a hit at all, because even when I created a post and I said that we were going to talk about this, or I was going to make a video on it, whatever, there were people that said Abba could not stick to his own points. And I was like, how? And every time they would say something like that, I would say, okay, give me examples. They could never give me examples. They said Abba lost. How? Crickets. Abba was wrong. How? Crickets.
You saw me watch. I was under there. I'd be ready to argue when I'm confident. I was under that bitch. I turned Watts comments into mine because I reply to like 90% of my comments. And now when people be tweaking under Watts posts, I be under there I'd be like, what you talking about? Let's argue. Cause
yeah.
I mean, but you know, from a certain perspective, I can see how somebody could say Stevie won, right? It's kind of the same. It's kind of the same thing with Trump. It doesn't matter what the facts are. It doesn't matter what the points are. I'm gonna say my shit confidently, and it don't matter what you say, because I'm a brick wall.
That's the thing. He didn't even say it confidently, though. I could agree with you. I could agree with you.
When he said he don't care about facts or whatever it was about the kids' school lunch thing. You know, like he just stuck to his gun with that. Yeah, I don't need stats. So I can see that just for dumb people. Like, you know, I think it was the Breakfast Club. They said Dame Dash sounds smart to dumb people. Stevie sounds smart to dumb people.
Yeah. It's funny because it was so funny because like the way you said it, Jew, like it sounds good to the people that support him. But before the debate really got kicked off, as Stevie first spoke, Watts would say, "Hey, am I tripping, or does Stevie sound timid?" He just sounded so meek.
He sounded scared.
Like he was not confident. And it was just like, and I agreed. I was like, I'm like, first of all, I knew because I seen him before, but Watts hadn't. I seen him when he talked to Hunter. It was the same shit. He went into talking to somebody that was a liberal and just did not have any confidence in it. And it was just like, this one you should be the most confident when you're talking about politics. Like, that's something you should go into it confident with. Even when I had to talk to Andrew Wilson, my only concern was the fact that I know that Andrew isn't a good faith right winger, but optically, I know that everybody is going to agree with Andrew Wilson. But I knew if anybody goes back and look at me and Andrew Wilson's exchange, it was stupid because he said I did something I literally said the opposite of. So it was just it's absurd.
And Logix kept saying it over and over again, but it didn't fucking matter.
It didn't matter to Andrew. He kept repeating what he felt, and I was like, I'm literally telling you the opposite. And he kept saying it, and his crowd was like, oh, dunked on the black guy. And it was like, okay, whatever. So, you got shit like that. So it's just
because if you say something often enough and passionate enough, it becomes the truth.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they go on.
Yep.
It's such a dumb world that we live in.
You randomly looking at my video.
It's sad.
I think your chat said it. This is the super chat. This is the dumbest timeline to be alive. Like, I can't even believe. This is just.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only good one for black folks is the stupidest one ever.
Yeah.
Man, the only time period we're good in is the dumbest of times.
My bad,
the
Random.
worst of times.
I thought I didn't link your channel, but it was.
I was
Jude
linked in
that I
here.
need to link. Oh, okay, yeah, that's my bad.
But yeah, Drew was asking that
I'll
question,
link
but that's my answer to that.
Apparently,
question.
I got a lot of dislikes on that anime video. Talking about David.
Yo, I wanted to talk about that later. But what do you think? Random, do you think Jude is gonna take a hit from this or nah?
You mean
Well, I think Jew is going to take a significant hit. I'm just messing with you.
I mean, not Jew. I mean, my bad. I said Jew. My bad. Do you think
when
Stevie?
Stevie was like, "Yeah, so what's the worst thing you think Abba said?"
So honestly, I don't think Steve's going to take much
of a hit. After you answer, sorry to again swerve the conversation, but I am interested in the anime video. I want to know what happened. So go ahead and answer that first.
Oh well. So like honestly, I don't think Stevie's gonna take much of a hit because all these people be meat riding Stevie. It's just like anytime you get so big, there's gonna be way more people that's in your like sub base, basically cult following you to the point where they're gonna agree with everything you gotta say. It doesn't matter how wrong you are, how ridiculous your takes are. They're just gonna be like, oh yeah, W Stevie. It doesn't matter like if he sounds stupid or if he sounds timid, scared to death. I mean, because honestly, he really did sound timid going into the debate. It was really strange. It's so like if you know somebody who's like going to approach another person and they see the body language of them like kind of cowering down, that's what Stevie felt like. It felt like he already knew he wasn't on level playing ground, and he was like, "Oh damn, I got to go do this." And then he tried to go stand up for himself and got his face put in the dirt. And that's kind of what happened.
Like will your mom make you go outside and fight the bully?
Go outside and
Yeah.
Your mama make you better go out there and fight. What happened? You gonna fight him? He gonna keep coming after you.
All right.
But okay, so the anime video, all it was just me talking about how like, because David had this big, infatuation with anime. A lot of people like anime. I love anime, but there are different like sides to the people who love anime. I feel like you like the inspirational, heroic kind, and then there's also the people who love the weird sus kind of anime. Like there's different like pockets of the anime, and there's also different discussions of much nerddom. Like there's a point where it's like, okay, I like, cartoons and shit, and there's some people who like to beat their meat to it. And it's like, if you're going to be one of those people that's touching yourself to it, you're in the weird category. And I feel like David was probably one of those people who was in the weird category, who watches it for all the weird things and doesn't get the good out of it. They just get the sick, diabolical, twisted anime where they got little 6-year-old girls who are supposed to be 35-year-old women, and there's like a 29-year-old guy trying to clap her cheeks, and it's like, dude, she's still in the body of a 6-year-old. How are you sitting here trying to tell me this is okay? And the people who like it, you're going to sit here and say that you're perfectly sane, when I'm like, no, you need to be on a list. I just don't get that.
Random, I don't know what's going on, but I have not been getting notifications for your videos. So that's why I'm a little lost.
See,
I don't know.
Damn.
I
See,
don't know
I've been uploading very
if,
often. All you got to do is just be like, damn, I wonder if he uploaded a video.
But I looked today because I was like, fuck. I'm like, has Random been uploading? Because I have you set to give me notifications, but I have not been getting them. And I saw you upload a couple videos. So I don't know if YouTube on some bullshit with you. That's why I just had to say that. Because I legitimately have not been getting notifications on your videos. And I was. That's why I'm like.
Yeah, my channel was trying to turn me in from a fresh and fit basher into a Dr. Umar basher. I did really good on the Dr. Umar videos. I was kind of in my bag on those.
Now they like, nah, fuck that, nigga. You need to do.
They're like, no, you got to stay in that lane.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
I don't want to stay in this lane.
That wouldn't shock me because all my flat Earth videos just go fucking bonkers. So.
Oh yeah.
But
I noticed that when you post
videos.
Thanks, man.
I didn't hear you. What you say? You liked your what?
The
Umar
videos.
videos.
Oh, yeah.
He did like it was like 3 of them that I saw. I liked them. So just real quick about the anime thing. That whole thing about the the lollies or whatever. That's why I couldn't watch Seven Deadly Sins. It was just like they have these just moments where it's like
Really?
I don't even want to like just and have like somebody else come in the room and see me.
Let's say, what
watching
if
this
somebody
right
walks
now,
in and they got to justify this shit? You're like,
That's
you know what,
fair.
man? I don't know if I
But-
can have this. I said in my video, well, you know what? You could just watch the video. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Fair, but do you really feel like because I didn't watch the whole I was watching it on my walk, but I didn't finish the whole video because my mom called me. But what was the connection between that type of anime and David?
There was no real connection. It's just I was just making up like a hypothetical shit. Like I was just bringing a scenario to your mind. Like it's a red flag to women. So like this is why women find people who like love anime a lot as a red flag. Now I said also in the beginning of the video that women are going to have to just get used to the fact that most
That
dudes like anime because
is
most of us
so
do.
funny.
But you might want to vet them and see like what particular types of anime they dive into to see if they're going to be weird and chop you up later,
That's
like
clever.
David, or if they're going to have a normal relationship.
So this is super random, but random universe is super random.
I know.
But I did a video on my channel. One of the favorite videos I've ever done in my life, which got no views, was
And it like that?
about anime. And it
Mhm.
was it was like a Twitter argument that just spiraled into a whole thing. And it was basically that if you were black and you watched anime growing up, when we all grew up, the 90s,
Yeah.
early 2000s, whatever, that you got bullied. That the black community was violently against anybody that watched anime. And of course, I
1000%.
tried to cover both sides of the discussion. But for me, I remember watching Dragon Ball Z with friends. So I didn't get that aspect of like being bullied, but they also made the distinction. Like it's a difference between watching Dragon Ball Z with friends than running through the hallway in middle school doing kamehamehas in front of the girls. And I was like, yeah, I get that point.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I think Dragon Ball was literally the cutoff though. Like it was cool to watch Dragon Ball Z, but anything else, like you were looked at as weird for whatever reason.
Pokemon.
No, there was a good
So my
range of
first-
some.
You think
So,
Pokemon
yeah,
too?
I mean, both. Yeah, boy. Pokemon. You wasn't weird if you.
I
Watched
mean,
Pokemon.
I loved Pokemon, but the thing is, well, to be fair, we got more of that in like middle school. By the time like
Wait,
I was in middle school,
you
like
younger
they
than
were
me.
probably in like Gen 4 or something
You
like
a
that.
lot
I
younger
don't
than
know.
me. Not a lot, but
Yeah.
you're young enough. Younger
Yeah.
than me enough.
Yeah,
so-
but I'm telling you, like Dragon Ball was the cutoff,
But
and
yeah,
then
for us, anime
eventually,
was Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball, Pokemon.
see, and Sailor
Yeah.
Moon wasn't even like if I said I watched if I told somebody
I didn't watch
I
it, but
watched
people
Sailor
did.
Moon, yeah, they'd be like, "What? You weird." There was a point where people were calling you a fucking nerd because you watched Naruto, not Shippuden. When Shippuden came around, that's when that's when that fucked the game up. Everybody was
Yeah,
on
good.
Shippuden.
So that's so interesting to me. I don't know. So like, the first
the
anime I
anime
ever watched
stream.
in my life was Akira. And I watched that
Mm.
on the Sci-Fi channel. It came on like late at night on the Sci-Fi channel. I literally remember this. I was sitting on the edge of my mom's bed watching Akira, like some grotesque shit, and I didn't even understand what was going on. So from that, and I always did art, so I just was drawing anime all this time. So by the time we got Dragon Ball Z and Cowboy Bebop, and what was the first gen of? It was Dragon Ball Z, Cowboy Bebop. It was something else.
Yu Yu
Like,
Hakusho,
Yu-
Rurouni
Yu Hakusho,
Kenshin.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So like I was always into anime like since VHSs. So I guess I don't know. I just didn't get that smoke because I was an art kid. Like I drew. You know what I'm saying? Like I just never got that issue. So I really don't remember niggas being called nerds for liking fucking cartoons. I don't
I'm telling you, man, it was.
I
it
remember
was
that
a
day.
thing.
really.
Yeah, it was a thing, but to be fair, like I didn't get like the blunt end of it because like even though I liked anime, like I was also like I could dress. I always was wearing Jordans. And I played a lot of sports, so nobody really fucked with me. And I mean, and I could fight, so no, it's not like anybody would want
I
to
was about
like.
to say, yeah, I could fight, so
Yeah.
it wasn't too many jokes. I was
Right.
gonna
That
have.
always, that's kind of a
Right.
X factor. That's kind of an X
Yeah.
factor. It's like if you can fight, ain't nobody
Yeah.
gonna say shit about what the fuck you interested
I had
in.
anger
Bro.
issues back then, and I was actually pretty damn strong. So I was one of those
No.
people. Yeah, You didn't actually want to F with me.
I didn't
all
even
the
get into
time
fights
either.
like that, but the one I did get in did change the tone. That was
I was about to.
I didn't get
That's
my
exactly
first
what I was about to
public
say.
fight. I didn't get in my first fight in school publicly. Like my fights was where I lived, and then in school I got into one, and he didn't want to fight no more, and then that was it. But that was like fucking 6th grade, so it didn't. At that point, it didn't matter.
Dog. in middle school, like you said, I got into a fight. After that, everybody was like, "All right, we just gonna leave him alone. We just gonna leave him alone." Yeah, I'm telling you.
Oh shit!
Like you said, that is the X factor. But after that,
And it's
no
like
one
when
really said.
When you small, you gotta prove it. If you big, you don't have to. Cause I know you.
But see,
you probably
and-
was short,
and
and,
that's-
I was skinny. So it's like niggas
But-
like I could do
Hey,
whatever to
Saying
these
when you small,
motherfuckers.
you gotta prove it. No. When you're light skinned, you gotta prove it.
True.
That's what
Okay.
we gotta
That's
say that
look,
shit.
That's
Thank you.
That's
Thank
an
you.
oppression that I didn't have to experience.
Yeah, my best friend was probably about your complexion, maybe a little bit darker, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna hit this light skinned nigga right here.
Light
Like,
skin.
See,
But you know what though?
Yo,
one of my closest friends, he's light skinned,
they
but the
think shit
nigga
is
was
sweet.
big as shit. He was naturally like swole. Like he was taller than everybody. He was swoller than everybody. So the light skin
ain't
did
have
not
them
matter.
issues.
It didn't
Yeah.
matter.
dog. For some reason, they always think shit is sweet because you light skinned, and I don't know why. And that's such a good point. Some of it, don't get me wrong, was probably because that like I'm also short, but I think a lot of it
Like,
was
I was gonna
because
say,
I
what do you
was
think
light
was
skinned.
more of it? What do you think was more?
Light skin.
Well, like
Probably
were you
light-skinned
short
because-
like compared to other guys, or were you average height compared to other guys? So then it was light skin.
No, like high school I was short, but like I was considered just short, not as much as middle school, but no one really gave me shit for it.
Okay.
Like, besides like my best friends, but that's because we talk shit. Like,
Yeah,
I'm short, but
that's
you ugly as shit and you can't get no hoes. But
That's different.
like, yeah, just like that
Yeah,
type of shit. But
yeah.
it never bothered me.
Yeah,
But-
I was shitting
but
on for
I-
being skinny, but once I fought
Yeah.
in school, it was different. It was like it was literally different. And once I actually fought, well, it wasn't even a fight because I hit him a couple times, and then everybody was like, "All right,
Damn.
He was like he didn't want to fight no more. So it's just like, all right.
And
But
for you to fight somebody, they really had to take you there.
Dude.
Yeah, it was.
See, I
but I
avoided a
was
lot of
getting
fights
fucked
because
with
I had a
because I
really
was
foul
skinny,
mouth.
and you see, I'm nice too, bro. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not that type of person. So like, I'm nice to motherfuckers, and I was getting fucked with because I was skinny and didn't try to fight like that. So you know what I'm saying. But when I had to, I was like, all right, and then that was that. So,
TJ said he got the same treatment because he was light skinned. See, I don't know
Yeah,
what it is.
it's a light skin thing.
yeah,
It's
Mine
light
was
skin.
sports related though.
And-
Most of my
and
fights
all
were
my
pretty much
fights
all
were over
sports related.
girls. So
No,
yours
not
was,
over
yours
girls.
was sports, mine was girls.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was because of girls, and then because I was light skinned. And then as fucked up as it is, and this is how I know slavery, Jim Crow, the Willie Lynch letters is real, right? Because I'm gonna tell you how fucked
you
up
damn
this is.
victim
Listen,
liberal.
If it's a crowd of people, right? If it's a crowd of people, it's 3 dark skinned niggas and a light skinned nigga. I'm like, I'm gonna hit that light skinned nigga. I'm gonna hit him right in the
That's crazy.
I would just judge off the stature and the demeanor.
That's crazy.
That's what I judge.
I'm reading body
That's-
language
Yeah,
first.
body language.
Yeah.
Nope, that's how bad we are as people. That's what the Willie Lynch letters did to us, right there.
No, it
That's
is. It's effed up.
actually
That's how we
crazy.
get judged. That's why, if you're light and you're in a population of a lot of darks, you need to look out.
Yeah.
If you're
Niggas
light
don't
in
know
the
how to fight.
population with a lot of darks.
I'm just saying, like, you
Oh,
stand
man.
out like Waldo, and they're coming for you. Like, if somebody has to get their ass kicked, if like we had to pick one, they're going to pick me and Watts first every time. No matter if they would
Justin,
get effed up or not.
I saw
Justin in the chat said, short people don't fight. Watts, stop lying. Justin, I will make phone calls right now to corroborate like literally all of my stories that I can tell you.
Justin fucking with you because he lighter than you, probably.
I know he fucking with me. I know he fucking with me. I fought on the bus and I fought during track meets. And that during track meets, it was only because I had to. Like I saw like my homies like, getting jumped or whatever. You gotta jump in.
But you know
I
what's
don't
so
know what
interesting?
Vampire
Like, the
Hunter
short
is.
people, who doesn't know what Vampire Hunter is? Who said that?
Random.
It was in Logic's chat. It was in Logic's chat.
Oh
Damn, why
God,
you
I was
looking at
gonna
my
say,
chat? I only got 12 people in here.
I'm supporting your ass. That's what I'm doing. You need another person.
No, don't leave. Don't
You need
leave. Don't
somebody in
leave.
the
Don't
stream,
leave.
don't you?
Don't leave.
Okay, let me go ahead and turn this control on and back the
Don't
hell
leave.
up.
No, you good, bro.
my
Keep
bad.
watching.
My
No,
bad. Okay.
Keep watching.
He said, I'm trying to help you out.
You know how much watch time you done got? I've been watching the whole stream.
That's support right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Justin, that's
I got
funny.
I literally got Watts on one screen. I got Logic's on the other. You don't know under how
That's-
much I
that's
support,
support.
you guys.
No, man.
I
that's
appreciate
love.
it. Hey, to be fair, look, I watch all y'all shit, bro. Literally, as soon as I
Same.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's why I was
soon
upset
as I
about
see it.
random. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not getting the notifications no more. Yeah.
Some of my videos, they be all over the place, Logic. So I mean,
But when you
interesting bag.
upload,
We do that though. Whenever I feel like I'm getting pigeonholed on something, I just talk about something different. Like I never want to be a person that like just talks about fucking fitness content. I never just want to talk about alpha males. I get I'm a Gemini and I got ADHD. I'm so tired of talking about the same thing.
What's your B-Day?
So I just jump topics anyway. June 12th.
Okay, my sister Gemini. I was just asking. Okay.
Oh, you don't like her, do you?
No.
Hey,
That's
I'm a
not why I
Gemini
asked.
too.
I was just curious.
I'm a
Wait,
Gemini
but-
too.
But what Gemini are you? What month?
No, my sister,
May.
not me. Oh, you talking about what? Sorry.
Yeah, May is different than June. Y'all, you not like us, bro.
My
You
sister.
not like
I
us.
don't know what that means because I don't subscribe to this shit. I really don't know what it means.
Wait,
Oh
I
my
had
God.
I had a question.
Justin, I know it was a funny
This-
joke. That's why I said it
Drew,
was
I hope I'm
hilarious.
not cutting you off, but I did have a question for you. It alludes to what you were just saying. So
Anal.
since fucking all right, I can't say what I was gonna say. Anyway, I'm a reformed liberal. No, Drew, I was gonna say. So since you talked about like. Since I've been watching you, you seem to gotten more into politics because it's become more egregious. But
Fair.
how do you feel about the Charlie Kirk shit making you lose subs? And you're compared to us, you're a big channel. So like going forward, does that like make you feel like you don't want to do politics as much, or that you don't give a fuck because it weeds out who you don't want, or like how do you feel going forward?
Two things can be true at once. One, I don't want to talk about politics. That is nothing. That's never something I wanted to talk about on my channel. Like you said, you used the perfect word. I had to talk about it because it became so egregious. Like I feel like I wouldn't have been able to sleep at night if I did not make the Charlie Kirk video.
I think that's what Watts was.
Same.
Yeah, I was like, I think that's what Watts was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I, my channel would have been fine if I didn't make that video. I would have kept all those subs. But I also was. I'm going to 100% use my Southern Baptist word. I rejoice at every motherfucker I lost because fuck you. Like, I don't need you in my sub. I don't need you on my channel. And the funniest thing is, I mean, when I say I lost, from that one video, I probably lost 87 subs.
Damn.
When I was like counting, like no joke. And then, you can see like the stagger line come up. So I got some back. But I was at that point, I think I was at like 33,000, like 900. And it dropped down to like 33,000, whatever, minus those subs. And now I'm at 34,600. You get what I'm saying? So by me speaking
They
my
always
truth
come
and just
back.
making the content
Yep.
I want to make,
More authentic,
I feel like the people that are supposed to find us will find us. We just have to keep putting ourselves forward. But I feel like I wouldn't want to live that grift and be fucking Michael Jordan, because his stance was Republicans buy
My
Jordans
shoes,
too.
yeah.
So I'm not going to say nothing that offends them.
Yeah.
I feel like you just got to speak your truth, and I don't feel like any of us are like blatant anti anybody or against anybody or fuck them. I feel like we all, advocate for our points and our stances, and we're willing to hear whatever side out. So it's kind of like, if you can't relate to that as a person, then you don't need to be on my channel anyway.
That's
Fuck you.
exactly how I feel. And shout out to you,
Agreed.
Jew Tron, in my channel. He said, I just subbed to Jew off him knowing Vampire Hunter. So yeah, this is what it's about, man. Like finding your people. And like you said, I agree. Cause like when I lose subs, I'm like, if I lost you, I never had you. Because
Agreed.
I'm not trying to build my platform of agree with me at all times. That's not what I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I do kind of get, especially being as small as I am, it hurts a little bit, but it's like, fuck, what I do wrong? But at the same time, it's like, Justin gone, he said I'm unsubbing. so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I see the unsubs, I'm like, cool, you really wasn't, whatever brought you here ain't what was ever gonna keep you. So I'd rather have people that understand. Then that's, I think, the type of crowd, to be fair, Abba and Preach created too, which I do look up to them as content creators. It's just like,
Sure.
I never saw them as sitting on something wholeheartedly all the time. So when people be like, I'm subbing to Abba, I'm like, Abba and Preacher to me have been the same. I don't see where people act like they changed or something. To me, they've always been the same type of content creators. So there's been no flip. Amazing Lucas flipped. Hunter Avalon flipped. So
Amazing Lucas most definitely flipped because wasn't he right leaning at one point?
Yes, he flipped.
Okay,
he completely flipped.
Gotcha. Real quick, let me just say this, okay? Because I'm sure every single content creator that is on this panel can agree with this, and I'm gonna make a short about this later. If you're going to unsubscribe from us, just fucking do it. Don't announce this shit. We don't care. Bye.
Oh, no. I want to know why. Leave it in my comments.
You want to know why? I don't care. I add to the comments. Okay, that's true.
Hit that algorithm.
Well, Random wants the engagement, but if you're going to
I want a full
leave,
explanation. I want the whole diatribe exactly what happened. Like, what did I say that pissed you off? Was it my face? Was it my commentary? Was it the title of the video, the thumbnail? Like, I mean, I just want to know. Whatever it is. Like, I don't really give a shit, but I really would like to know.
No, I was about to say, I respect that. You got to study that like Kobe used to study tape. I'm kind of the same way. Like, I respect people that come and like the dude that I don't forget that comment in my life. That dude said, "How did I end up on the black racist side of YouTube?" And I just bust out laughing.
That shit was hilarious. Oh my gosh. But you know what?
I love and like every comment that comes through. That
he does, man. I don't know how you do that shit.
I don't know how you do that shit.
You just go click the button and then you move on to the next one. You click the button and you just type in, similar things. Some people I give the time of day because they actually watch most of my videos, so I give them a little bit more. But most people look, I'm telling you, I'm dedicated to pounding this algorithm. Pause. But still, I am going to hit this shit up. Like, because that's the only way I can move as my channel. I got to grow. I said my goal was 10K by the end of the year, and I'm far behind. I ain't going to make it. I said I have to quit.
At 8.
Yeah, I'm almost at 7. We still got a ways to go, and we growing slow. Enrollees are coming in real slow.
But still, you started. I don't know if you guys remember. Do you remember when things started to slow down a little bit? We all had a lot of. Yeah. I feel like we had a decent amount of traction.
No, they say that. No, I think I don't know. It may have been everything fell in line for me with the Jamar shit, but that was January. We coming up on January again. I do think the cold weather. The winter season is where people watch YouTube the most. I think but that's all my little experience of about a year, so or maybe 2 years.
But my thing is, man, other channels still get lots of views, so it's not that people really stop watching the platform. Well, it's just somehow your channel isn't getting pushed.
Yeah,
like there are seasons
they change the algorithm too,
because all of a sudden, they do. And I think that what hurt these other people is having those ad blockers.
YouTube has given more push to smaller channels in the past year, though. Like, legitimately.
Oh, they have?
Yes, legitimately.
I think a lot of these channels that push having ad blockers on their channel are getting screwed for pushing the ad blockers. And I think YouTube has been, actively pushing against those channels because they're really trying to say, don't make YouTube money. And YouTube's like, well, F you. So we're going to push other channels.
Well, F you. I did like what Ju said earlier about not basically feeling like where you say you didn't want to be pigeonholed into making specific content. I feel the same exact way, which is one of the reasons as to why I made the Charlie Kirk video. That it honestly would have felt weird to me that something so big happened and I just don't talk about it.
Just ignore it.
Yeah, that's also one of the reasons why.
But watch but you want to know something funny? It's a double-edged sword, right? Like, for instance, Random. If all you talked about was Dr. Umar from this point moving forward, if you made 25 videos about Dr. Umar,
I'd be at 15,000 subscribers.
Exactly, because people would know what your channel is about. They would know what content you're spamming, and they would come to you just for that. And you would get that same echo chamber, and it would grow and grow and grow. There's dudes that talk about nothing but alpha males. Their whole channel is talking about Wes Watson.
Yeah, like the dude Khalid Sween or whatever, who made his entire channel bashing Fresh. That's just what he does.
It's literally, and so I respect the hustle, I respect the spam, I respect the grind. Me personally, I can't do it. Like, I didn't get on YouTube. I didn't get on YouTube to just spam content to blow up. I really don't give a fuck about numbers, to be honest with you. My personal goal is consistency. Like, my challenge to myself is to drop a video every single day. And since I've been on YouTube, I have not been able to do 7 videos in a week. I
really
like that 7th day.
Hey,
that's a lot.
That shit tough.
Jew, let me tell you something. That it makes a difference. I did that last year for I think like a month and a half straight, literally every day,
Is that your
every
biggest
fucking
pop?
day,
That was your biggest pop?
and that was my biggest pop. Yeah,
Mhm.
it
Dude,
was
it's
rough.
difficult. I was doing that for a
It's
while
hard.
too, and
Like,
it
it's
also helped
hard.
my channel. I feel like a little bit, but that shit is exhausting because I don't
It
record
is.
like streaming wise. So I don't like have equipment that I could just like okay chop up a live stream and then put my pieces in it. I'm over here making all my individual videos because of how technological deficient I
Yeah.
am. So inefficient. I suck over here. So either way, my operation's slow. So I have to make my videos the way I make them, and thus they're a little bit slow coming out. I release about every other day now, which is a lot.
But it's good though. I know it's probably a lot.
It
It's
is
good.
good, but it's also it's daunting.
But you
I
know,
know.
it's
It's
and
fun though.
that's something I haven't always been the greatest with either. It's really about your connection with your audience. Like Sam Sulik, for instance, like the fitness dude, young dude, fitness dude. He literally blew up on YouTube without having thumbnails. Like whatever YouTube automatically picks as his thumbnail, that's what he makes. He literally talks like goes through his day, whether it's working out, whatever, just makes 20-minute uncut, unfiltered videos and post them and get tons of views. So it's really just about connecting with your audience and people buying you as a person and buying into that personality. And that's something I struggle with too, because like I be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like if I made my whole video about fucking Myron, I have 100,000 subs right now.
Same.
I just think it comes off as like personally,
Yeah.
I think it's integrity wise for us, like as content creators, we just simply don't either want to be pigeonholed as like either a hater or on one lane or I can't express my creativity or I don't have any other thoughts. Like there's just it comes down to sanity. Like I can't keep doing this each and every day. Like I don't know how others do it. Like
I
you
don't
said,
get it. I don't
Jew,
get it.
kudos to the other people. Like man, I tell you, mad credit to MTR. I'm telling you, I don't know how he does it. It's the
Shitting
most
on women
incredible
every
shit
day.
of all time. Like every
Well,
day you hate on chicks. Like I don't know how he gets women because I'm telling you, I don't understand how you do it. Because my biggest sell about MTR is how do you talk bad about women all the time? And then like one day they're gonna be like, so what do you do for a living? And then they're gonna be like, oh well, my entire YouTube channel is me bashing chicks like you dumb bitch. So it's like, I mean, oh great. I mean, how does that work? I want to know how does that get you coochie at the end of the day? How does that
I
help
think
you?
at the end of the day for
Oh,
them, right?
snap.
Just like me, like this is the last time I'm ever talking to black people because I'm gonna go get my MAGA hat and my Confederate flag jersey, and I'm making all right-wing content moving forward.
Oh,
Like I
shit.
think once you reach a certain level of success where like you're getting money and you have that bag coming in, just like what's the guy Charles in Charge? Like he makes all those same videos too, just nothing but demonizing women, talking down to women, but it got 1 million subs and they get the bag from doing that. So it's kind of like you understand the grift. I understand the grift.
I
respect
get it.
the grift.
I
just
get
wish
it.
they were being honest.
I just can't. I can't
either.
I can't. I
And
couldn't.
you know
I couldn't
what?
muster it. I couldn't.
There's no way.
No, I couldn't either. But real quick, TJ said something interesting in the chat. He said, Watts, I feel like you need to make more original commentary instead of reactionary. You be snapping when you make vids giving your original thoughts. So
What does he mean by that?
What'd you say?
I don't know what he means by that.
What he means is
I
I
think
know what he means.
yeah.
Go ahead, Watts.
I was about to say, I think I kind of know what he means. If I had to use an example, I would probably use the Myron video that I made with Random.
And look how
like,
long that
maybe,
takes.
Yeah, like maybe a video like that.
Yeah.
So like I get it, but the thing about reactionary content, it's easy. And I hate to say that because
No, it's true.
it's easy because I can do it often and it's easy to edit. So don't get me wrong, I do want to make more like original videos, like, but I think that's gonna come with shorts. Like I already started putting together like a shit ton of shorts, so you guys are gonna see a lot, a lot. Yeah. And also I came up with the idea. This is nothing like original, but me and Logix talk all the time, right? We share screenshots of dumbass comments that we get like almost weekly. And basically what I'm gonna do for shorts is just react or discuss the dumbass comments that I get. And I'm gonna make those into separate shorts. And I'm gonna do it literally every week as much as I can.
Yep.
I like that idea.
Yeah, so like that's gonna be like the original content.
Like, yeah, I know TJ didn't mean no harm by that, but like TJ, like
no.
No, yeah, I was just telling him like if he's still listening, like the reason that we can't do stuff like you probably like from his fresh video or maybe Myron, whatever.
Myron, yeah,
is because that takes so much time and then there's no positive feedback to it. Like me, my favorite videos on my channel is my in-depth debunking commentary videos where I spend time researching, posting facts, posting debunks. Like I go hard into proving what I'm saying, and that literally is the least viewed video on my channel. It could be because I'm bad at it because I'm just starting. To be completely fair, I don't think I'm one of the best at doing it, but I put the most work into those, and I don't get the views that I feel like my reaction videos get. You know what I'm saying? And I like doing reactions, but my reaction videos are easy to edit, easy to post, and they get the most views. I love doing debunk videos that take time. I've been telling myself I want to do this fucking Kazam video for 2 years since I started this channel. I want to debunk the Kazam shit. Can't get to it because it's going to take way too much time, and I'm probably going to get 80 views after 3 months on it. So at this point, I'm going to just do that when I have the base to watch it. Like when I know that I'm going to get at least 10,000 views on it, then I'll work on it. But until then, I cannot invest 50 hours editing a short documentary that I want to do when I know it's not going to get the views that I put the work into. It's just hard. It's just one of those things as a YouTuber we got to deal with.
Okay, I want to add this because my phone is dying. I'm going to run out of juice here soon. But
no, you're good.
my thing is,
We've been going
my
for a
thing
while.
is when it comes to like making original content, people do have to understand. Like, I guess in some people's eyes, I would make quote unquote like original content because my shit is just fun with me chilling, adding in special edits, talking about particular topics and whatnot. Once again, what y'all are talking about is so valid. Y'all don't understand how hard it is to produce these videos on a regular basis and work a regular job and have other obligations in life and try to live at the same time. Like, I don't sleep. It's not ideal to live this way. Like, if I had a better setup like y'all, like that's my goal is to get up like y'all. Cause I do like the way I film my videos because they are original. It gives its own like flavor and taste. And I would never want to get rid of that completely. But I could produce more content if I was to just react to the same videos that I like to go over sometimes in my own original content. But the way I actually have to film it and to record it, it's just a lot longer of a process, and it's just not so easy to do it every day. Just the fact that you might see random university like every other day does not mean that shit was easy to produce. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it happens to be out there because, well, I put in the time. And I just wanted to get out there to my fans because I do have, y'all were right. I do have a very engaging fan base. I have a lot of folks
I told you.
that comment.
Yep.
Yeah, we do a lot of people that comment on my videos, even though I don't have a huge channel. Like, there is heavy engagement, which is really nice to see, and I do like that. And I do like to create other videos, and I'm getting to the point where I want to create more videos where I'm just talking on the couch, sharing my opinions on stuff. And if those continue to get more videos, I feel better. I still will always make my other specialized videos where I make, you know, more effort into it, add more like edits and other cuts in it, just to do it. But yeah, I'm gonna always make those. But other than that, that's all I wanted to add. My phone is about to die, though. It is like at 5%. And on Android, that's just not good.
They putting you on 10p.
We can most definitely wrap it up, man. But I appreciate you guys. Look, I have each of their information like in the link in the description down below. Make sure you check out Ju's channel, Logic's channel. Make sure you check out Random University's channel. Make sure that you subscribe. Please support these brothers. I really appreciate y'all for taking the time out to do this. I know it went a little longer than we probably envisioned, but I appreciate y'all for sticking it out and being engaged in the conversation, man.
Oh, of course, homie. Anytime.
Yeah, shout out to you, man. Thank you for coordinating, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Everybody,
Of course.
just sub to everybody's channels, support everybody's channels. We all here for y'all. So yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate
and
you
make,
too, man.
We have to do this again at some point too, for real.
This is fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Not the next
Right,
assassination, but the next big event. Shit. We don't want no more assassinations.
Yeah, for real.
We don't want that.
No more.
No more assassinations. Please.
Oh man. But all right, we appreciate y'all, man. We out. Peace.
All right, y'all.
Peace.